Unspoken conversation. Let's vibe out. Get a little bit of broke ass. It's your boy Antoine, the Source.
DJ D-Boy, the charming asshole.
Man, you know, and we got some co-pilots in the building today. And I don't like introducing people. I allow for them to be the first ones to introduce themselves. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to let them break the mic. We're going to do ladies first in the building.
Oh, it's always Angie in the building tonight.
Tell the people, like, first of all, always Angie. Because they going to ask, did she do radio or something? Because you came in like you was the one that was on the late night, you know.
Man.
So now they want to know, what, you know, tell them about yourself before we get to the...
I mean, there's really nothing to tell.
Shit.
I'm just going to let me just speak for myself.
You know.
Let's get into it.
Okay, then we gonna let y'all figure out what she do after the correspondence. You know what I'm saying?
Got the boot in the building.
Yeah, the boot in the building. Let them know who you are.
Straight from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Ginuwine.
Ginuwine, you know, straight country, slang, lingo.
Yeah, you know the nigga throw that middle name in there.
It's the kind of stuff everybody will ain't go.
Nigga throw that middle name in there, nigga.
When you're on the floor.
Nigga say
We
Ginuwine.
bang.
Hey, what's up?
You know my name.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, you got to know where that's from before you know where that's from, man. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, man. Shout out, man.
Big country.
Talk.
You know, I didn't bust some corners in Shreveport. You know what I'm saying?
I heard
Like,
Shreveport dangerous.
back in my day.
Hey, it really is.
I heard Shreveport
Back
dangerous.
in my day, that was a long time ago. Like Bernie Mac's like low.
They running through red lights down there like you don't stop at a red light.
I've been to Shreveport once, but I just went to the boat.
Once.
Shreveport is a
time.
mixture of Texas. It's a
time.
perfect mixture of 3 states. It's Arkansas, Texas, and Louisiana. You hearing that and you like, how the hell? Because you really like, that's the only place where they sell half New Orleans Saints jerseys and half Cowboys jerseys.
Yeah.
You pick your side. You know what I'm saying?
It's on
I know
the
what side
cusp,
you
you know?
That's true. For years, you know, they still to this day, they vote on which game they're gonna show. You know, on the news, so they'll say, however many votes we get, we'll show the Cowboy game, we'll show the Saints game.
Because a lot of y'all was Cowboys fans before y'all won the Super Bowl.
Because they closer to Texas than
straight
anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
All y'all was Cowboy fans before y'all won
a
the
lot
bowl.
of y'all, the Saints fans that didn't convert, like you said, when they was the Aints, they was like, we're not coming back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
We wore our brown bags proudly. You know what I'm
Some
saying?
of y'all.
Oh, man, dude.
But nah, appreciate y'all for pulling up, man.
And, you know, shout out to our brethren, you know, Flimerachi and my boy Knowledge.
What up? Yo.
Knowledge, we got an APB on
we got
your
all
ass.
points bullet tonight on you, brother. You ain't answering your phone.
You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there.
Nigga got me calling like I'm his girl and he accidentally pocket dialed me. Now he don't want to pick up.
The shit's showing delivered. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do me wrong, bro. Like, did I get ghosted?
Damn, y'all sound a little
Nigga
sensitive.
stood up. Nigga done stood us up. Nah, he wanted a co-host.
They're a little emo.
Oh, man.
Nah, we just hope he all right. It ain't like him not to answer.
Man, it's Friday night in Dallas, man, when we recording this. We just want to make sure he's straight.
That's it.
If you hear our voices, say I.
Say yeah.
But no, man, it's been a crazy week.
A lot of shit to talk about.
There's a lot of shit to talk about. And, you know, I don't even know where to start. But I say, you know what? We just going to go down the list. I had so much shit on the bulletin this week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But the first thing I wanted to kind of jump in with, because, you know, I think all of us in here, we appreciate hip-hop.
Love it.
We love it, the essence of it.
Yeah.
Everything we've done has had a soundtrack of R&B or hip-hop. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But, you know, the record label, the record game has changed a lot, you know, especially in hip-hop. You can say what you want to say about these young niggas, but a lot of them is living their raps a little bit too authentically these days. And so a lot of the record labels, they got to have retainers for attorneys. Like, it's in the damn, like, contract right now. You know, we allocating this much of your budget in case. Just in case fund. You feel like?
Proofread your whole album
So, you know-
before they put it out.
You know, when Kevin Lyles was slanging snot and that didn't work to get the dude bun, they was like, we checking this shit. Like, we sent the nigga up there to cry, and he still didn't work.
It didn't work.
I'm like, just collect your check.
So
For real.
they was like, aha.
God,
Aha. Aha. They thought they had one.
Nah.
So speaking of record label,
Yeah.
NBA YoungBoy, the hottest rapper in the game from Louisiana. Which you say, good deal or bad deal? He just signed $60 million.
No, I don't want to skip. I want to get to the one with the AI, the robot before we get to that, because that was my whole point, because it's gonna tie to that.
Okay.
So this week, that was a viral moment when Atlantic Records signed an artificial intelligence robot.
The first.
Look, I'm just gonna come out the door and say it. They are like, we are tired of you niggas.
That was the call. That was the wake up call.
We are tired of you niggas. We're going to make a lot of money with a lot less problems. Yeah. Let's go.
Because the shit got and I will interject here. Like now it's to the point to where these little niggas is just out of control. Like when it was a little more watered down, when it wasn't as much killing, and the drill rap shit came in, it just like they was. I mean, the shit was selling, so the record labels was pushing that shit. Like, hey, we're gonna push that. But now, like I say, these niggas done got out of hand.
They're trouble
because a lot of the killings come from one demographic, and it's all 20s.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to think. You got to think.
It's me.
The thing. The thing about it, I'm under these lights. I'm under these lights. The interrogation is coming.
I feel like I'm teaching.
But now, I was thinking like FM Mecca. That's the name of the AI rapper. And what was funny, I came to find out it was a black rapper who they approached for his music, like for his pen, his vocals. But they got him thinking it was gonna be a collaborative effort. Like, we gonna put some of your shit out with his. And so he was like, all right, cool. They got me. They gonna look up for me. And he said they just went ghost.
No.
Damn.
And he come, and then he found out about this shit when everybody else found out about it.
Did they get his music?
Those were his vocals under the AI robot.
And
but it was being controlled by a white guy.
So they're not gonna pay him.
Yeah, they wasn't gonna pay him because they got what they needed. They paid him for his vocals.
If he ain't had a contract and they took his vocals and he can't prove that his vocals,
the robot ain't got a contract now because the nigga got dropped. Hip hop,
the robot is pre-bono.
Black Twitter was like, we ain't doing this shit. We not starting this precedent. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you gotta understand. I just went and got McDonald's the other day. I had a crave and I go in there. They got a chick sitting there controlling the board. And I don't even think she realized she trading her goddamn replacement.
Yeah.
Because you sitting there putting my order in on a screen, a video screen, and then when it's like I asked for an edit, like something that's different on the order, she was like, I got to take that to the register.
What?
I'm like, God damn.
No catch up.
She don't even realize she on her last days. And so I'm like, rappers about to get replaced. Can you imagine the world if rappers get replaced
with robots?
Like, imagine you beefing, like Lil Baby beefing with a robot because this nigga done called him out on way.
That robot gonna fuck him up.
No, but the thing about it, it's not about the replacement in the music, and as far as the people. I'm talking about the record labels. If they can find a way to master this, because at the end of the day, in their eyes, streams are streams, because we're in a stream scenario.
Don't buy CDs no more.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of your biggest artists, like NBA YoungBoy, don't tour. They drop videos, but a video goes further now than any place else because you have YouTube.
Yeah.
And so that generates revenue. So all they're looking to do is get spins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With less overhead and with less risk.
But how far you think it's gonna go? Because the record labels, niggas really don't need record labels no more.
But that's their combativeness of like now knowing niggas don't need them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Donnie, they got like robot bartenders on Royal Caribbean.
You got to do everything.
We're not far from.
They don't have workers no more.
Well, if you don't have a skill,
we don't need y'all.
I know how to say.
If you don't have a skill now, bro, you shit.
I know how to properly.
You better learn how to break some ground.
You better learn how to do.
Or know how to work on a robot.
Right?
Or engineer or something.
That's gonna be
the mechanics are gonna be fine.
Hey, you know how. You hood niggas out there don't be judging your child because he don't want to play football if he over there learning robotics.
Okay.
This nigga he's ahead of the game.
He's gonna make it.
He's gonna make it.
He's gonna make it.
And ain't gonna have a whole lot of debt.
Look at that old soft ass. Nigga don't even realize his son is trying to get them out the mud.
Like, you gonna get old one day. You gonna need to borrow some money from this little nigga. You better quit calling this nigga soft.
Niggas talking about you go to a warehouse, you know, get a real man job. Real man jobs are gonna be few and far between once they teach these damn robots
How to do all this
how
shit.
to do all this shit.
They already are. They're
You don't
ready.
even have baggers no more.
No.
That's why I said I know how to bag groceries now.
They're
'Cause
like
you got to
your own
everywhere you
shit.
go, you got to
Your own
do it your damn self.
Self checkout like a mug.
It's so like that's what's crazy about the shit. That's what's so crazy about the shit. But
That's wild.
you tied it to something, and I kind of wanted to tie into this before we kind of get into it because you was talking about Young Boy, and you say he the biggest artist rapper in the game, right?
I agree.
He said they
Based
come
off of
from Shreveport.
YouTube, because YouTube control everything.
How much power do you give YouTube? Because I feel like you giving YouTube more power than the market, but we're gonna allow you to
Is
state your
YouTube
case.
considered social media?
It's considered social media, but do you like you know his demographic? What would you say his demographic, NBA YoungBoy's core demographic is?
14 to
Teens.
25, 26, maybe.
Is that your consumer? Because I look at it like this. I feel like Lil Baby's the biggest rapper in the game because he crossovers to two demographics.
He did
I agree.
crossover.
Like I can
agree.
listen to him. My little brothers listen to him.
The whites
the
listen
girls
to
listen
him.
to him. The-
I'm 44.
The
I'm
whites
jamming
listen-
niggas.
But they listen
Other
to
one I'm
NBA
DJing.
Young
they
Boy, too.
listen to him, but when I go out,
Because if you hear that nigga song playing at a party, nigga, you
because
go,
So
NBA YoungBoy
who influenced the culture more?
right.
Young Boy or
right.
Lil Baby?
NBA YoungBoy influences the culture because it's a lower tier. It's a lower bar. You got to think it doesn't take much to replicate an NBA YoungBoy. Well, white forces get a real tight white tee.
tight ass
You know what
skinny
I'm
jeans.
Well, they all
Fag
sound the
motherfucker.
same to me these
Well,
days. I'm not even
the
gonna.
thing is, that's why the persona is so big of it now because it's what makes you stand out amongst the noise. Lil Baby now, and I think what's happening is he's maturing, but NBA YoungBoy isn't maturing with his sound. So it's like, because I know I got younger brothers who don't listen to him as much. They'll say, I don't listen to him as much because some of that shit sounding the same. It's like how we looked at Wayne. Remember when Wayne was like our go-to? But as we got older, we was like, how many ways can you tell her you gonna eat a girl pussy?
So many.
and do a
Stop.
lot
What are
of
you
drugs.
saying? How much time do we have?
I feel like for a black artist to make it, like NBA YoungBoy, Lil Baby, only reason Lil Baby is where he at is because white people do gravitate. Like you seen the video with the couple was in the wedding and they was rapping, Lil
Yeah.
Baby stuff. So all of a sudden it blow up. Kevin Gates had Thinking With My Dick for years.
Yeah.
And then, you see one white guy, he in a concert or somewhere downtown,
He
Thinking
was
With
at
My
the
Dick. and
Mardi
then
Gras,
it
I
just
think, or some
blow
shit,
up.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So NBA
white
YoungBoy just ain't got that, but Lil Baby has crossed over 100%. So he would be the top artist. But why do we need, their culture to adapt to us before we become real mainstream?
I wouldn't say it's the white people because I don't believe white culture is mainstream now.
Hell no.
Hip hop
not.
culture is the dominant culture. Like you saw the picture of Drew Brees' kids go viral.
Mm-mm.
One of his sons had a shiesty mask on, the ski mask.
Right.
All of them had like exclusive Jordans on. One of them had an Ice Cube shirt on, and they like this.
We the culture, bro.
The culture.
We the culture.
And they danced. He back there, he looked tired as fuck in the face.
Yeah.
Because he got 3 young goddamn NBA young boys. I know they listen to NBA young
You know
boys.
they
Them
do.
the ones.
And wearing
Them
his
the
ass
ones.
out.
Because they love the suspense that comes with finding out who's spinning on who.
I agree.
Dirk and NBA. Because you got to think, it's like having a view into the real shit. It's like them having Call of Duty, but looking at it in real life.
Yeah.
We the
Right.
culture, but we don't pay the money.
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
not the,
We
we're
not
the demographic
not
that
gonna
pay.
sponsor you. We gonna bootleg you. We gonna find a way to stream you for free.
But that's what we do to each other, bro.
I agree.
I mean,
We don't go to the concerts.
It's like when I used to slang food. Oh man, I'm already giving you a lot of food for about $10. Oh man, I got 7.
No.
Bro, you can't go to Chick-fil-A and tell them all you got is $6. So why you trying to finesse me? Or a thing about us, like if we make one mistake, like I've heard people go to a black establishment that I've been to several times, not any in particular, but and the food is always good, whatever. They slip up one day and you hear somebody say, I ain't never going back there again. But then how many times you been to fucking steakhouse and they done fucked your order up and you go back and you go back.
We don't
Like,
give a lot of like fuck off room to our own. You know what I'm saying? And that's in every capacity.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate like if in rap. As soon as we see you got a little chink in the armor, you got your ass whooped or you got robbed. He's like, oh, this nigga ain't who he say he is.
Like if you ain't got your ass whooped before, you ain't had enough fights.
I can't take a L. Or it's like if a woman have a slip up moment. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna bash her with that shit. We gonna
cancel you.
It's like if a black designer end up fucking up one person's order, it's going viral. Like they tried to do with Telfar, or Brandon Blackwood with
they
the person.
They did it with what is it? Milano,
Milano,
she had sent the
yeah.
stuff with the ticket on it.
It's like we allow them to fuck up way more than we allow ourselves. We hold ourselves to a higher standard in everything.
I just think that that's a learned behavior. It takes a lot. We grew up. Think about it. When we were kids, everything was centered around whiteness. So we literally thought that was the standard for a long time. And that goes from doing business to, pretty much everything.
How we wore our hair?
Yes. So I feel like we have always kind of forgiven it and that standard because that's all we've really known. So in the last, let's be honest. The whole support black businesses has been around
the last 4 years,
at best.
2. I give it 2020.
Whenever we got locked down,
that's right.
Whenever we got locked down.
So I think we're still trying to, figure out like, are we going to deal with our people and are we going to give them breaks? I think a lot of it goes to, the service too. Yeah. We're like, now
we do have some shitty customer service. Don't get me wrong.
Sometimes
we do have some shitty customer, but just imagine if we spent our own money, in our own neighborhood.
The thing is, it's like kind of what you said, learned behavior, but it's also trying to break multi-generational curses because you got to think of it like this.
Yeah.
In the 50s and 60s, I'm just gonna go back that far. One of the biggest things like you learned is don't embarrass me in front of these white folks.
Yes.
That was applied in everything. The way we wore our clothes. You notice how dressed up people were back then just to do normal day-to-day activity?
Yeah.
It was about perception.
Yes.
And not the perception of the people around you, but those that don't look like
the
you.
white gays, of course.
And so I say all of that to say generation after generation, this is the first generation, not my generation, the one behind me,
right?
The one younger than me that says, fuck you, I'm going to make it look like this. And that's on both sides.
Yeah.
The decorum is not there. My superiors now, or my colleagues, are fully open with being on video with full sleeves, coloring in, talk about their new tattoos. You remember if you got a sleeve and you were supposed to be in corporate America, it's like, what are you doing?
You gotta wear long sleeve
You done gave up on life.
They were like, you're never going to get a job.
When you turn that in, that shit is
It's like the decorum was always, we tried to like dim ourselves down or be more in line with what was palatable for white culture.
I literally I work for a construction company in the office, and at that time I was wearing my hair straight, okay? And that's how I got the job. Now, when I cut my hair and wore it natural and curly, I had these white men telling me, well, it looks like you put your finger in a socket.
Wow.
Did you wait 90 days before you went natural?
I was actually there for some years before I went.
She's like, I gotta make sure I'm good before I. Like, I hate it's like that because it's like that's how I used to be back then. It's like I can't let them see all of me. You know that video on TikTok? It was like my coworker be like, "Hey, let me follow you." Hey, follow me. He's like, Nah, man.
Nah.
I'm damn near a thug on the weekend. You feel me? Like, I can't let you see all of me. You talk about your weekend, I'm going to give you the whitewash version.
I tell motherfuckers that work all the time, you know Donnie. You do not know D-Boy.
You do not.
You don't want to know D-Boy.
Like,
D-Boy will be unemployed.
We always tried to keep that veil up.
Exactly.
Where it's like, I got to keep a piece of myself. I can't give everything to you. You know what I'm saying? So, in Louisiana, like, where are you from originally?
A little here and a little there. I grew up in Portland, Oregon.
I really want to get to you. Okay. So, because I wanted to, because I noticed in my experiences in Louisiana, and I can speak of New Orleans and Shreveport, it's very like segregated in everything.
Oh, still, yeah. My father he practices medicine in Marshall, Texas.
Okay,
which is
that's
20
right
minutes
there.
from Shreveport.
Exactly. So I always wondered, how did that impact you versus when you moved to somewhere like that's more central, like Dallas?
It impacted me 100% from everything, all the way till, growing up in Shreveport. We didn't care about animals, things like that. When I moved to Texas, like dogs, cats.
Oh, yeah.
Like dogs
I thought you was about to say alligators.
Like dogs was chained up to the fence, and you didn't have to worry about somebody.
All we knew was,
Shout out to Gators and
strays,
friends.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
mangy dogs. I came here, as soon as I started the job, one guy was like talking about his animal, and I was like, fuck your dog.
What the fuck is doggy daycare?
Right. And I was in HR. They was like, hey, a dog is like someone's,
Child.
real child, and I was like, really? I'm like, we shoot dogs with BB guns,
Oh damn! No, we don't condone that on this. On this
I've
platform.
never shot a dog.
Peter, don't get us.
Because I do not want them niggas on my face.
No.
No.
Let me backtrack that.
I be getting DMs talking about it. You don't know me.
Calm
but I
down,
know
Michael
you.
Vick.
How
Calm
would y'all
down.
do to animals? Like, I don't do that to animals.
I'm not going to say we.
Nigga, clean that shit up good.
Because I don't even know if they got a statute of limitations for dogs.
Okay.
That's
They
true.
treat that shit like murder.
That's true.
They have
94.
insurance. They have insurance policies.
I'm going to
now,
retract that
so no.
statement.
Nah, you good. Don't
Good, bro.
But, all the way 100%, like, it was just a totally different culture shock. We never really dated, outside our race. Our parents, also being from the South,
Yeah.
they wouldn't let you date outside your race.
That's very common.
I couldn't. It was common. Like I couldn't come home, with a, with an Anglo-Saxon, or whatever. Like it just wasn't allowed. So coming here and just seeing couples going outside, holding hands.
He said going outside.
Okay, like
What's that going on?
being on the couch is one
things
thing.
like that, it wasn't.
No, that let me know, like, what he
It was
saying. Like, these
different,
niggas outside. Like, y'all see this shit? Like,
There
you
are-
probably was
they-
like, am I the only one see this shit?
Fresh air.
Absolutely.
They're getting it.
They can go outside. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with it.
That's the culture shock, though.
It
It's
is.
like, damn, ain't no side eyes.
It was different all the way.
Oh, man, I love to hear that.
Damn.
So we have the complete opposite, I feel.
Also, when you go to corporate America, when you be yourself,
Yeah.
and even if you're a little hood or a little country or whatever, they appreciate that because they really be wanting to let their hair down too, and they want to feel comfortable around you. But a lot of times they can't do that, and because people gonna judge them.
Nigga, you went to happy hour with some coworkers.
You know-
like, damn, I knew it.
Yeah.
Pulling up
Wow.
jamming
Billy.
all MJG. You like, man, what the
I knew it, Billy. I knew
what the
it.
fuck going on?
Nigga been happy hour. Who sound like we? One of you motherfuckers I work with. smoke
No,
weed.
ain't that the coolest shit ever when you find out you got a cool employee you ain't know you had.
Yeah.
Like,
When you got a cool manager or something like that, you
Yeah.
be like, man.
Coworker
I
too, though.
never forget. I saw my manager back in the day in a Park Avenue.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I looked at her completely different.
It was
'cause
like when Diamond
I saw her
said-
popping ass.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
So it's like when Diamond seen a professor. The Players Club.
oh,
Professor.
I tried to act like I ain't see her,
You were
but
like
she
the
was
shock.
like, she was like, hey. I was like, oh shit,
Oh,
you cool
shit.
with me seeing you? You cool?
It's me.
So if I call in and say I'm gonna be a little late, I ain't got no issues, right?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Nigga, that's extra 10 minutes right there. I see you shaking your head. That's 10-minute window.
I mean, we like to pop it on the weekends.
Hey, but she had a bodysuit on. It was her birthday. I ain't know. The bodysuit and the birthday coincide.
They go together.
They go together. You
Does
know what
go
I'm saying?
together.
Like,
Yeah.
and so
It does
I
go
was like,
together.
oh shit, happy, why you tell us it was? I
It
was
fucked you
bumbling
up.
like
It fucked you up.
You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, you want a drink? And I'm like, oh, we turning up together.
So how was it the next time y'all seen each other at work?
Perfect
She was
relationship.
like, you ain't seen nothing.
No.
She told me, I sat down at my desk.
She
This is my call center days. I get down at my desk. It's like she was waiting on my ass to come sit there. She sit, they always at the back with their back against the window. You know what I'm saying? So she like sitting there like, and so I sit there and I done logged in, about to check my emails. And,
Come on, man.
and she sent me IM. She's like, meet me at my desk.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, I'm about to get fired over
I know I ain't in no trouble because shit, I just seen too much.
Right,
you feel me?
right.
Like I just want to know how this conversation goes. So I go over there. I'm like, what's going on? I'm thinking we
cool. What's up with
You know what I'm saying? What's up with it? We
You
took
keeping
shots.
it on that.
You know what I'm saying? You passed me the blunt. You know what I'm saying?
She
It
showed
was-
all that
It was
down.
from a cousin. You know, she had a hood cousin that was with us. You know, so they passed it around. I'm like, shit, I'm here with y'all. I'm here with y'all.
Look,
So I thought we good. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
that conversation went probably a little something like,
But y'all had a good relationship after that, though, didn't you?
We always did, but she wanted to make sure I didn't know her like that. Don't tell basically
Right,
what
right.
happened.
I said,
Don't if I hear
Tell nobody.
so and so's popping ass, if I hear so and
Well, I heard
so,
you and Antoine was kicking it this weekend.
like I don't want to
so
hear
about
shit.
that night that never happened that we're not talking about at the workplace.
Right.
But it was like
I almost said,
it was
"What night?"
always that thing we had with each other. Like that was a moment that we had. It's like I know you got it in you. You know when you know they got it in you, it makes you look at it completely different.
Kind of like when you sleep with a coworker.
Oh, no, Donnie, we
shit.
don't do that.
We've done it, but I don't.
We've done.
I
No,
don't-
I always
I have-
preach don't get honey
I
where you
have
get money, but
never-
it's done happened.
I'm sorry, you do not.
Have you worked in a call
You
center
ain't never-
before?
Yeah, because back in the
Wait
day.
a minute,
when I
where
did-
pussy is a plenty?
What? That
No, I
shit
have
is
not.
like call centers used to be
You saw
live.
Baby Boy. You saw what was walking in them
Yeah,
doors.
no,
Like,
All parking
saw
lot
what was
full of Altimas.
Damn.
Hondas and Altima.
Parking lot
Accords.
full of Altimas, nigga.
No, I
they-
never.
You
And
see
they
one
coming
of the
out-
Ultima, you know it's all that.
And they coming up with new outfits. You know, when you work in the call center, you got a clothing, you got a wardrobe budget. Because you got to come in. Hey, they gonna see this polo.
You got to be clean.
This new polo gonna kill them.
You know how the elementary schools be in the front with all the parents be dropping off the kids? All their motherfucking boyfriends
Oh,
be dropping
boy.
them off.
Altimas and car seats. All you see walking to that goddamn door, man.
I
Like,
tell you, that motherfucker be live back in the day.
Work husband
yeah.
like a mug.
What in my 20s? I worked at a couple call centers in my 20s.
that's when I was playing side. That's when I was playing side, nigga. When I was working in the call
you
center.
thought 1450
You-
was nigga.
they-
I'm
Who you
bald.
think they coming to vent to for 9 hours?
Best
You?
believe if she
I
cooking
already
and she
know.
bringing place to
My nigga ain't give me
work.
nothing.
she bringing to
I know my
somebody
nigga
else.
ain't give me nothing for my birthday. I know he ain't.
he ain't.
Because he ain't give me nothing last year and he ain't made no plans. He ain't told me to get my nails done.
Right.
You know what I did, me being the toxic ass nigga that I am.
You getting
You
it
just
done.
decided to listen.
I'm just gonna bring you a thing, but I ain't wanna bring it in. I'm like, I hit her up, hey, I got something for you in the car.
That what you
know,
was
come
supposed to do.
outside, come get your gift.
but
You
she
know what I'm
already
saying?
knew. But listen, but
She put balloons where she work
honestly,
this.
but for real though, like
they don't need
who?
to know it come from me, but I
But I
want
want to
have
know
something.
who ran game on whom because you got that shit.
Because you gotta think, I want
I mean,
you to
think
have
about it. You
something.
were like, I'm gonna get her what she want so I can get that kitty. But she got what she wanted by crying.
well, she
to
didn't
not
cry,
her
though.
man.
She the thing is she didn't cry.
But she still
the
had to
way
give
she
up
But
her
I
presented.
know that he's not gonna get me
the
that.
way I
Christian Dior
presented
that
it
I
was so
wanted.
player because I was like, I know you turning up for the weekend. Then I was like, nah, I know you're gonna be booed up. And she was like, she set the whole table. So I knew the nigga wasn't gonna get her nothing because she didn't already talk shit. You know, the future or the current side nigga gonna know everything.
Oh, yeah.
So you can fill in all the
Pillow
gaps.
talking be motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Pillow talking.
So
Because you really got to act like you listen.
Nah,
come
but
in. I played it so players like, you know, you come in, get it, but you know, cause I don't want people to wonder like, damn, my nigga ain't good or nothing. So I want you to have something sit on your desk. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Cause I know that's all they want to do. is
That's
have-
it.
They just have
That
something.
is it.
Just sit there.
You know good and hell
For the
well the
visual.
delivery to the desk is like the biggest shit.
it is.
I've
And
heard
everybody see?
I've heard of chicks sitting their own. That's
I-
neither here
I
nor
heard
there.
of it, too.
Right? That's neither here nor there.
It's a fact.
Yeah, I've heard of this shit,
Man.
bro. It's real.
Let the
sorry, I
motherfuckers
don't
deliver that shit at the wrong time and don't nobody see it.
And
They
no
don't be like,
one.
God damn it. Damn, babe, I sent you
I'm
flowers.
gonna pay you $20.
Motherfucker delivered in that lunch.
Come back, and then I'm acting like I
Yeah.
ain't here so they can announce it.
Real time.
For me.
I mean, real talk on the other end, you'd be like, I have a delivery.
But then the side nigga be like, I don't know who the fuck sent her the flowers. I was just over there getting fucking the other night.
Oh man, dog.
No, I've never had sex with a coworker.
Really?
Ever.
Man, I done had sex with a assistant manager when I was working at Finish Line.
Damn.
We was in the stock room. She was talking too much shit. So, you know, I was like, shit, you gotta put up and shut up. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was bullshitting, you know. Shit, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody in there but old people walking their laps. You know what I'm saying? And so shit, it went down in the stock room. You feel me? 22-year-old Antoine You know, notch on the belt. You get me?
Yeah, 20 in 20s.
I think it's different for women that like have sex with men in the workplace versus like men that have
The
sex
ones
in
I
the
did.
workplace.
They didn't buy that.
No,
I know you
it's not
saying
even
like
the I think for most women, they are going to have some kind of attachment.
Well,
you know, like they're not going to be able to see you walking, you know, casually to the break room and not be like, oh my God.
He didn't speak to him.
I hope he looks at
hi.
me today.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's
It
just
be
a little
niggas
different.
like that too, though.
It's just a little different.
I know
It
it's
depends
more.
on the age gap. Like when we younger, we in the workplace, we
my 20s,
we
I
trying to
never
smash.
did. Yeah,
but like now,
hell no.
like this is my career. I ain't finna be doing
But
this.
see, I think it's like, I don't know if it's just a Virgo thing, but like, I've always been about my money. I've never wanted to even entangle. I got offers. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
All
That's
them
why I say,
wait a minute, all them
honey
doctors,
where you get money.
all those doctors. You look nice in your scrubs today, Angela.
Word. You should have said that. That's going to run you back.
No.
It's going to run you about 4,500.
Man, it's going to run you a lot more than that if they find out.
Man.
Because look, they're not going to get rid of the doctor. The doctor makes
had-
more money. No, the doctor makes more money for the company than the girl at the front desk.
Yeah.
So for me, it was always like, look.
But what I'm saying
No,
is-
but that makes sense for what you said though about it looks different because you know, people talk. You know, shit get around. You know what I'm saying?
especially
It's
in the
always
call
gonna
center.
it's always been a double standard. You know?
Call center, it's only a matter of
So
time.
oh yeah, it's a matter of time.
Because you know one thing about a call center, even in corporate America, you know when two motherfuckers is fucking if when they talking, when one come to another one cube and they sit on your desk, you sit like this facing your
That's
computer,
staking my claim.
and they sit on this desk like facing you talk to you.
That's staking my claim.
Are you going to the
Yeah, it's
cafe
over.
together?
Oh yeah, no,
It's
that,
over.
Your food
that's
to
the
your
start.
desk?
No,
No,
that's
they
the-
bring some
that's
food
the
to your
start.
desk, nigga.
It's all.
No, we
over.
just cool. Nigga,
Nah.
shut up.
That's the initial start. You know, I'm picking you up something for lunch. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But you know, if I see y'all walking together, it's like, this is
shit.
the kickoff.
That's what we-
This the kickoff.
I used to catch people at Capital One in the garages. You worked at Capital One too.
Ooh, and then it would happen after the workouts, after the gym. You see who walking out together because they think ain't nobody there. Like,
Bro.
nigga, I see.
It's 8 o'clock.
I
Nigga, we
see.
still here.
Like, I see.
I see you.
I didn't see motherfuckers pull up and drop people off at their car. I'm like, where y'all? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Y'all coming from? What? Okay.
It's like I ain't see that. I just looked down at my phone, but I saw you. But I
saw you.
But yeah, you know what? What else? You know, it's been so much stuff going on. But another thing, you know, we talked about weirdos. You know, but I want to put these two together in a way, you know. But I'm gonna just matter of fact, I ain't gonna get on him. I'm gonna just go to something that's relevant.
Oh, I thought we was gonna keep it Louisiana.
God damn, bro. I was
Since we
crying.
already
I didn't
here.
want nobody to think.
I ain't gonna let you do
Okay, we're gonna do the ups and the downs. NBA Youngboy was up. Now we about to do the downs.
I was
Let
crying.
him do you like that.
Y'all leave him alone. Big country.
Like
That's why I tried, but I railed the back end. Nope.
I just don't understand,
Let's
bro.
stay
Like,
in
what are
Louisiana
you
for a
getting
minute.
out of these? First of all, it's the aggression, bro.
First of all, what did he do? What's
so
your complaint?
he basically, you know, when he was talking about that he didn't fuck his cousin before. That was strike one.
That was weird as fuck.
He
Ew.
he want to see the footage. If you cheat on him, he want to see the footage of the nigga fucking you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was strike two.
Weird.
Then, like, the one for me was just when he was like, I'm gonna be fucking their pussy. And then he just I'm just like-
Beat it up on the ass. With a pull her. You better
And
run.
then it's like he had a flashback. Get the bitch up off me. I'm like,
This nigga got Tourette's.
I'm like, the nigga got Tourette's. Like, this nigga got Tourette's.
Like, why y'all looking at me like that? Nigga, you don't know what you just did.
It's like the reason I say it is like I honestly believe, you know, I had some dudes that at first is like it's a character. They just doing this
I
shit.
was about to say, I feel like he does that shit for like shock value.
But I really believe this
I think
nigga
he
starting
really
to
like
like
that.
fall.
Do you?
He's starting
I
to
think he really
fall
like
into like this really me. Like the reason I say this when he start wearing the feathers in his head, I really start thinking he believed he was walking with the spirit.
This nigga had bangs. This nigga got bangs. The ones on the side, the little bang
Then the
curls.
bow tie with the white shirt, with the white button up, with the tight jeans and the
Come on,
dunks.
kid,
It's like,
you know Cam Game's weird.
I mean, he's just expressing himself.
I I think he is a little weird, but I think he do majority of his stuff for the females because women is the ticket. Like they support people, they support women, they support men. So yeah, they want to hear about getting their booty hole ate, and they want to hear about beating them down because it's women. That's what they want to hear. Now as a man, we don't care.
I think it's the way he presented. Like you can do it in a fly way, like. The way he do it, it's like I really want to assault your vagina.
Fucking my cousin after I know she's my cousin was enough for me. That was 1, 2, and 3 shots. Shit, I was done. Dude.
Wow,
I can't promote that.
It's kind of where we draw the line.
Like everything else is just wah, 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 wah. I'm not hearing nothing else.
Nothing.
We all knew she was my cousin. I fucked her again.
That pussy was good.
Strike 1, 2, and 3. You're out.
Like he's on some Game of Thrones shit.
That nigga is trying to keep. He's trying to keep it royal. The royal family. They say they were known for that shit.
Yeah, they did.
He did say he's that of a king. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Maybe this is just his way. I'm trying to be the optimistic nigga.
I don't know, but he wasn't always this spicy.
He wasn't. That's why I'm saying.
That's why I feel like he's doing it for shock value because he knows it is generating a buzz. I mean, like, come on. I really don't think he's serious.
Is this the buzz you want, though?
Right.
But everybody's talking about it. We're talking about it right now.
You think niggas is looking at that and being like, I'm going to pay $80 to go see this nigga in.
Right. But see, the thing is, the men ain't going to pay $80, but the women going to pay $80 to go see. Because if you look at now.
What caliber of woman is sitting at home after what? I mean, you might be right, but
they sharing the video right now. Like
one woman at home saying, well, shit, if he was my cousin, I'd fuck it.
Well,
they might say it.
No, it might be some say that shit.
Come on.
Look, no, D-Boy, it might be some.
It might be some.
I'm not
It
fucking
might
my
be
cousin.
some, man.
I think that women probably are enamored with him because he is weird as fuck. So they probably think that dick down is going to be something special.
This is a whole other conversation.
Did you see the video when he did like that?
No, time out. Okay. She just leaped it to a whole other conversation. Why y'all act like y'all like the weird niggas?
I don't act. I do.
Okay, all right, what do you consider weird? Because that can be objective.
I mean,
subjective.
Well, no, let me ask you, what do you think is weird? When you say, why do y'all like the weird niggas?
No, the reason I say that because...
So, like, Wiz Khalifa weird?
I don't think
Kevin Gates
Wiz ain't weird.
I don't think Wiz is weird.
Because some niggas do not fuck with him. Because they're like, he's too... Not soft, but he's just...
Niggas just don't leave the block, don't fuck with him, because Wiz is a cool-ass nigga.
He's
and
one
you know
of my
that shit
favorites.
now, so a lot of them niggas ain't gonna fight it with hands.
The reason I say because there's certain things that they allow a celebrity or somebody of a platform to do that they'll be like, oh, that's attractive. That if a common nigga you saw just across the room do the same thing, you'll be like, this nigga needs to be kicked out of here.
Fuck.
Give me an example.
If you saw, it's a dude named Big Boogie. It's a Big Boogie out of Memphis. He got this dance where he basically like just fucking the air, like, and the girls just go crazy. But it's because he's performing.
Right.
But now if you just at the club, like in a
you go to a bar somewhere and you see a motherfucker doing that for 3 minutes.
You see him in it, you think the girl's gonna be like, oh, bitch.
You gonna look at the bartender and be like, hey, don't
it's not gonna be the same.
Cut him off.
You can do this every weekend.
Cut him off.
Nigga get drunk every weekend.
Or Kevin Gates saying, I like a bitch, that just let me pull her damn throat and let spit in her face. If that nigga said, he's like, oh, I might try that. But if a nigga came to you in the club and said at the Hideaway,
I want to fight you over niggas at the Hideaway.
We would be disgusted.
Because I feel like the nigga that would say it would be at the Hideaway.
That motherfucker dangerous.
I want to bite your back of your
bite
neck
your
while
fucking
I fuck
face.
You gonna let me do that? I'm like,
I don't know. Wait, say that one more time.
You might be asking the wrong one. This shit.
I think she might be down with that.
She get up, she be like, baby, you ain't never bit my back.
Well,
I was gonna say that.
I'm not saying.
You definitely say a lot of stuff that I think women sometimes they might think that and we look at it like, ugh. But thoughts go in their mind. We like freaky stuff, and sometimes they
I'm
like
not
stuff.
tripping on that part.
So what part you tripping?
Like as far as him hollering at
just the cousin part?
No. Well, I mean, like I said, that was
like
1,
how
2,
he
3.
said just the cousin part. Like,
I mean, that was
deal.
enough for me right there. But I don't think
because he like it could be first or second or third.
I think what it like what he's saying is if it's somebody that was regular doing that shit, niggas would be like, this motherfucker's weird. This nigga just like weird as fuck.
But you keep saying niggas, not the
No,
females.
when I say
Females too.
niggas, I'm
No,
saying,
niggas,
like,
I mean in general,
we talk about
like
the
not
room.
dudes,
We
like
talk about
women
the
and
room.
people.
Like,
Me and me.
black people in
people,
general.
period.
Like if a nigga,
People be
like
like,
if a dude, when we say nigga, we talk about like if you at the club or just at the bar and you see this dude pull the same move that you saw Kevin Gates or Big Boogie do or whatever,
Like, this nigga
like
on.
a nigga that's just sitting there like.
Yeah. Because what a nigga said to a female, I don't give a fuck about that part of it.
Like imagine a dude dancing on the girl in the corner like, oh shit, yeah. And then all of a sudden he just
You just see like, boom, boom, boom.
y'all gonna be like
Security gonna pick that nigga up.
Rape, assault, like yo, you get what I'm saying?
You gonna move away from that nigga because I'm gonna be like, this nigga's ill. Let me get away from this
So
nigga.
that's all I'm saying, you know. Or like when R. Kelly had the performance way back in the day at Apollo, and he was like, all you gotta do is be 18, and he had the sign, and everybody like, yeah. Now you know if a nigga walked in the
same people
goddamn
right now. Right.
club talking about you just gotta be 18. The nigga with a full grown
And he
goatee
30.
and ball.
And this nigga 30.
He bald, first of all, so you know he at least 28. Talking about all you gotta do is be 18. You that's creepy.
But you see that, like you go on Shade Room and you go on all these different things, and you see the men grab the women in the air. They be
no, that's Jamaican. That's dance hall. That's dance hall culture.
Yeah.
That's a different.
They born
not all
up. They
Jamaican
raised
now.
up to do that, but it's normal over
That's where
there.
it
You
come
know,
from.
when
Yeah.
they bring women on
Bro.
stage and they
It used to be this club up here called Caribbean Grill. You remember
Yeah,
Caribbean Grill?
I
They used to
do.
do that shit. And that
Wine
motherfucker, you walk
pony.
outside and walk back in, that motherfucker smell like onions and mustard and ass.
Yeah.
Patussi.
But pussy. Booty, dick, and pussy.
It smells bad in that bitch.
After a
But
long workout.
They do that shit though. They pick them up and they just, they do that shit.
No, it's just, I just feel like, we all, like men and women, we have our things we allow the celebrity to get away with. And we still be like, oh, she's still sexy. You get what I'm saying? Like,
She's or he's an artist.
you know what I'm saying? We
They're
give-
creative. He's being creative.
We give celebrities the artist pass, and I think it's natural.
Some of
Because-
them, not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them, but but you did kind of like make me want to like go into like dialogue, and we got kind of gonna go off of like what we was gonna talk about for a little bit, because I feel as though you are at a place, and I don't know if you've always been like this, where you're probably more accepting, because what I've noticed is that more mature women, whether it be by age or just by point of view, they are more accepting of the things they allow a man to be able to, display.
Yeah.
As they get older, because there's certain things that are a hard stop at 22, 23, 25
Right.
that might not be the same at 32, 33, 34, 35.
Oh, truly.
What do you think, like, do you have anything off the top of your head where you felt was like a hard stop in your early 20s that now you're like, you know what, I might be open to it?
Are we talking sexually?
Anything.
Whatever.
It could be anything.
Anything.
It could be anything.
I don't know. Like, let's put it this way.
Okay.
I think mine is a little more flipped. So we're like, when I was young, I let niggas do a lot of foolish shit, and I would allow them to do it because I was like, well, the sex is good. So I'll let him lay in my house all weekend and cook him dinner, even though he's not doing shit. Like, those are the things you would, like when you're younger, you're a little more foolish. As you get older, you're like, I would kind of like for this motherfucker to have a conversation with me.
Right.
Before you could just sit up all day and play video games and you just sit there and watch him and be like,
say 2 words all day.
precious,
Yeah.
look at him go.
So
it's
the more ancillary things that you pay attention to now.
for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Being more emotional, because I hear a lot being more emotionally available and things like that. But the reason I ask is because a lot of the girls I know, women I know that are, let's say, 30 plus, if you've known them from their 20s, 25 through, it's so dope seeing the evolution of a man or a woman from the time you knew them to like, if y'all are like in y'all 30s or 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always say, there's certain things that used to drive them crazy. A lot of times it's a major flip from the young you to the old you of what you like. Like, I used to like the person that kind of kept me on my toes, the toxicity, like,
But you get
oh,
tired.
shit, why you responding right away? You get what I'm saying? It's like, because I felt like I want you to be busy, 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 so I can go and do what the fuck I want.
Because y'all love a chase. First of all, niggas love that. Well, y'all did.
When we had the
I think I did when I was I did when I was younger. Definitely.
Yeah, y'all did.
When we had the energy for it, that shit was a turn on.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? But now it's like shit. If we not like, you almost have zero tolerance. If we not having a common chemistry that's like organic. We ain't got shit else to talk about.
Nothing.
I'm checked out.
I think
we're right there with. I mean, I feel like women are right
with
there with y'all though.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we are. We're just tired. We're fucking exhausted.
We are a tired generation.
Yes.
Because I think the thing is,
Boy.
we've been overexposed to each other's like downfalls.
I think it's funny too. I don't even think it's like things that you allow as we've gotten older. I think it's more like if you're growing as a human being, there are things that you realize like, damn, I'm expecting a lot out of this man and I'm not even giving him as much as he's giving me. So maybe I need to like have a little bit more understanding, or maybe I need to be a little like draw back a little bit.
Right.
Like he's not going to be this perfect person that's going to save me.
Yeah.
We are coming together and experiencing each other versus going into a relationship thinking that they're just going to do all like this checklist.
Yeah, it's gonna be
that
like a
you
fucking
have
movie.
in your mind
It's
as a
gonna be
woman.
like a
And it's
movie, yeah.
not. It's not. I think when you get
Hell
older,
no.
you're like,
We gonna
all right,
argue.
or
We
we're going
gonna
to
argue.
like,
Or
all
disagree,
right, I'll
shall I
let this
say.
nigga leave his shoes on the floor there, even though I've told him a couple of times, but I love him.
Because the thing is, once you get to a certain age, you are stuck in certain ways.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna fucking change.
Right.
Like, okay, damn it. The same way you keep telling me to put the goddamn toilet seat down, put it up when you get done. So well, I mean, just like, little shit like that. It's like
I
you're
think,
not gonna change, so you have to deal with it.
I think the
Or
thing
accept
about it, the thing about it is when you go through the situation nowadays, a lot of people just don't believe in like marriage or like the end all be all with somebody. Because the thing about it, just off the top of your head, how many people in the last 3 years have gotten a divorce?
3
Quite
years?
a few. Yeah.
How many, anybody that's gotten a divorce in the last?
Plenty.
Well, I didn't even say the last. Well, I got a divorce.
I'm gonna say the last.
That was 10 years ago.
Nigga, 2020.
The only reason I say the last 3 years because the world has shifted so much, and I think we've had to coexist more than we've ever had to coexist.
And realize that
And that
we do not
lockdown-
like this motherfucker that I'm laying next
Right.
to.
That lockdown was either gonna make you or break you.
Yeah.
With me and my fiance, it made us. I ain't gonna lie. It
was
really
a social
did.
cleanse. Like
Yeah.
quarantine was a social cleanse for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You realize who
Niggas
you
was going
could,
through it.
who you could and couldn't live without, who you could and could like really like give a damn about, and because honestly, if it was out of sight, out of mind for a lot of people.
For a lot.
Now imagine if it's somebody that you kind of like, but they were convenient, or the highlights were just really great. Like we dated well, we had very high highs. You know what I'm saying? You know how you can get caught up in a situationship
Absolutely.
just because when we kick it,
It
it's
feels
so goddamn good.
Yeah.
But now, what if they take away all the highlights and be like, y'all just gotta
And the makeup.
fucking kick it? Just
You sit on the
here
couch.
ugly and just
No makeup.
Find out that y'all like each other.
No
Like,
makeup.
that was like when we realized that a generation, like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just don't know how to just live amongst each other
Right.
without all of the distraction, like of being able to do the highlights. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta think some of us dating in like context. We got the party chick, the chick. When we go out and kick it, this the one I'm gonna bring out.
Yeah.
Or you got the party guy who bring out that fun girl in you. Then you got the guy that, or the girl that might be for your future. So you kind of like
Right.
do more like extended things with her
Yeah.
or him. And then you might have the person that is like, I can just be myself. Like it ain't no act one way or another. It's just we can sit here, chill in my drawers, have good ass sex, eat good, and smoke with each other. And then you sit there and think, though, you are taking a part of everything to make the perfect person for you. And that's why I think so many people get caught up in situations where they want more than just that one person that they're going to be locked in. Because, like, what if I evolve and they don't? I think a lot of people now going to therapy and just finding out about evolution and evolving at a quicker rate now. They are scared now of, like, what if I grow at a faster rate than my spouse? Or what if we are coming into this thing like this and like, oh, we love each other, da 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 da. and we split. It's like we don't allow ourselves to just live the race. We always want to see and peek over the hill as a generation now because we're in the information age. We always have, like, if you don't know how to do something, you can go to YouTube.
Hell, you can fucking change the
Anything you need to
YouTube.
learn how to do, you can go and find out.
Go to YouTube.
So we are in that way where we don't like to see the adventure. We want to know the end of the movie. Like if a fucking series finale come on, you can find out the end of it before you even watched it.
Nigga, skip straight to episode 10.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
But what I'm saying is that
it's available.
It's available.
I was like, no.
But you have
we
the
don't
option
allow
to.
a lot of, but you have some people who like, I just want to know how it ended, but I want to watch it. Like, what kind
What
of
the fucking dumb shit
But
is
that's
that?
how some people
Yeah.
look at it. As like, oh shit, if you're not gonna marry me, move out the way. You need to know first of all what this experience is like with this man or woman. If you are interested in,
You do.
you need to figure it out because a lot of times we don't know what we really like because we allow ourselves to be boxed in with what we think we're attracted to.
Yes, the truth.
See, I think like my thing was like I gotta know that when shit is down and shit is fucked up, God forbid it ever happens, but we all fall on hard times. Sometimes it ain't always finances. It could be any kind of shit. Like I think, like COVID, the lockdown, that shit was stressful as fuck. Like
man.
I don't like being caged in. I felt like a cage, like I was caged in.
I was so paranoid.
So that was a situation for me, and like I say, that made us because I know when we was both locked down, going through this shit, stressed the fuck out, like damn, we can't go nowhere, whatever. It didn't break. You know what I'm saying?
That's how my relationship built. Like,
And like you was saying, the last 3 years or so, how many divorces has been like COVID? A lot of motherfuckers really found out who they had.
they were like restaurants. A lot of them didn't make it. You feel me? Like,
Oh, that's precious. We all found love during COVID.
Like,
Yeah, that's how I got in a relationship was like during the pandemic.
I'm trying to say,
like
that's
you
real.
remember when a snowstorm hit Alaska? We had only been dating like 3 weeks.
I proposed the night before that bitch hit. Really,
so
I
y'all
did.
got to really just
I
enjoy
proposed
each
that
other.
Saturday.
See,
Or was it Friday or Saturday?
imagine being locked in the house for 3 days with somebody you just met 3 weeks ago, and that shit going
Ooh.
amazing though.
You the one.
Because the thing about it is when I knew.
Yeah, like you the one.
When I was able to shit,
And you knew it wasn't no act on her behalf.
it was
Like,
like, oh, you
you the
good?
one.
You in now?
You want some toilet paper? I was like, oh shit. I was like, that shit was like, oh,
nigga.
God damn, I'm here. I'm in here.
It be the little.
You know, niggas just
It
wanna
is
be
the little
here.
It be the
things.
smallest shit.
It
bro.
be the smallest shit.
It be the smallest shit because I've
literally,
never asked
you feel-
woman for money because my mom used to always tell me don't never ask females for money, and I don't like people holding shit over my head. So I've never been the dude to date a chick for her bread and none of that type of shit. So I don't be looking like, okay, what can you do for me? But like you said, it's the smallest
Thing.
fucking shit. Like I'll leave some clothes at her place on accident and come back, them motherfuckers be folded up
Washed,
perfectly
folded.
and washed and
You know,
nigga, the good fabrics off.
but you know what that is? I really feel
Just
like,
small shit.
well, at least, I mean, I know I'm not a man, but I feel like for a man, when you guys can be comfortable and be who you are around a woman, that means more than anything.
Hell yeah.
Because you don't have to, because really when you're out there trying to date, I imagine as a man, you feel like you have to put on a fucking show. Because
you're
there's
dealing with a
so many women-
representative.
Well, because there's so many women out there that have this high expectation from you guys off jump. And I mean, that's just the real.
Absolutely.
There's
absolutely.
not a whole lot of down to earth bitches out there anymore. Because the internet has ruined
Yeah.
it. So,
Absolutely.
you
I
know,
agree,
like a lot of these bitches are out here looking for shit and they ain't even shit. But they have high.
Say that shit again,
I'm just,
Angie,
a lot
please.
of bitches are out here looking for the shit, but they ain't shit themselves. Like they're looking for extra and they don't have anything to bring to the table. And it's the truth. And so I feel like you guys are out here like, if I can find this down ass woman that literally just lets me be my grimy sometimes, silly sometimes self.
Moody sometimes.
Yes, like that means
Yeah.
everything because you're not having to pretend and play this
Right.
role and that's everything.
You know what I dislike, and it kind of go off of what you say when you say like men look for a down to earth woman. What I think is kind of like the disconnect sometimes when men say that and when women hear that, they feel as though they can't bask in their light when a guy says that. Like down to earth doesn't mean that you are kind of downtrodden, don't have any shine to
Right,
you, you're not
right,
accomplished.
right.
Like, what I mean is to be able to just, like, you can be as glammed as possible, but just have the contextual ability to be able to kind of
Like, what's wrong with
relax and just can't we just be in each other's skin sometime? The reason I say that is I'm not saying it's what all guys are looking for, but I think sometimes when a guy says, I'm looking for a down-to-earth woman, it's, oh, you want a controllable woman, or
No.
you want a it's like
I
sometimes
don't want somebody materialistic.
because you got to think this superpower of a woman type of narrative is the thing that they're hearing, and because it's like I said last show, because a lot of them feel like I've had to get it on my own, and that's fine and dandy.
Well, a lot of us have.
Right.
But I don't think that means that you have to not, as a woman, have like a softness about
Exactly,
you. But the right man has to bring that
Bring
out.
that out of you.
That's the thing.
The right man has to do it. I feel like I've been hard. I've been hard for a long time, but the right one came and it allowed me to have that softness, you know, and that's.
Because I think, and how can I think that a lot of women or most women want to be able to be that soft and be
Most
that. You know,
definitely.
I
We
got
do.
my king right here, and I can just melt. I can just be a
it's
soft,
gonna- it's
be,
gonna
be
take-
a delicate
Look,
flower.
wait a minute. My
Be a
favorite spot
delicate
is that nigga's chest. Do you hear me?
But you want to be able
I be
to
like,
let your guard down in order to be able to just like.
You got separation.
I'm like, can you put the blunt down so I can get on that thing?
You got separate.
Just want to lay on your chest.
Like and I love that you say that because I can
Right.
tell you have not a hard exterior, but like you are almost like an alpha woman.
I am.
Oh,
And so the
nigga,
thing is,
absolutely.
I'm like one of the niggas.
And so the thing
Absolutely.
about it is every woman and every man has the one that can make them move from who they are. Like
Yeah.
the hardest nigga got the woman that he allowed to rub his head and be like his eye.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if the nigga got bodies. I don't give a fuck if he running the goddamn
Man, listen.
1,700 niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like every guy wants that woman he can be soft to, and every woman wants that man that she can be soft
Nigga,
to.
I be looking at
Absolutely.
love after lockup, nigga.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I'm bullshit.
No, we know you're telling the truth.
I went
That's why
from The
we're laughing.
Sopranos and The Wire, nigga, and Snowfall to Love.
But you can tell which ones is just looking for a finesse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you can
yeah,
tell
hell
the
yeah,
ones
hell
that
yeah.
like she don't like that nigga. Like he driving 18 hours and she
Yeah,
don't even
she
want to
know,
sleep in
she
the
ain't
same
fucking
bed. I've seen one where it was like, I ain't slept in
The black
bed.
dude
You know,
with the glasses.
I have never watched that show.
She's like, I can't sleep with
I
you.
watched
I'm
a
not
couple
liking
episodes and it'd be so
That shit
funny
is
because the dude,
crazy.
because you
I'm gonna
see
have
the
to check it
switch
out.
up. You see the switch up. Like she writing
Once
these
they get out.
beautiful, like handwritten. 'cause
Baby
you know,
this, baby that.
when niggas in jail, me and that woman, the goddamn handwriting is immaculate
Ooh,
because you have all the time
got
in the
all
world.
day.
Just,
That
you
shit look like the Constitution.
drawing each
That
word.
shit look like the Constitution, nigga.
And so you got to think she's writing these beautiful poems
Baby
to
this,
you, baby.
baby,
When I get
baby.
out, we're gonna conquer the
As
world.
soon as that motherfucking chain, as soon as that gate closed behind.
I'm sorry. That
Can you
is,
give me a room?
I have to be honest. That right
We
there.
friends, nigga.
No.
We homies.
Like
Not my ministry. I'm not waiting for nan nigga to get out at any
You're not
time.
holding it down.
But see, you know one thing about me,
You
What
can
if he
call
left
me
you a bag?
You can. Well, we might be able to discuss. But how long? How long is he in?
I was about to say, what about the bag?
I
man?
Like, he left your bag, hold it down.
I
You know
could
what I'm saying?
do.
P.O.P.
I mean, like straight
Hold
up.
it down.
The longest I've ever gone without dick is probably a year. I think
Ooh.
that a year, maybe
Yeah.
2, depending on how large the bag is.
You might be like, do we need to get married and get conjugal visits?
Get you a
Right.
toy.
I mean,
Angie, get you a toy.
okay, I have toys.
The rose
but
ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna tell
hit,
you,
ain't gonna hit the same.
it is.
You
not
need that
gonna
vein.
hit- that rose don't hit
You need
them
that real
walls. God. Sometimes a woman
Bro.
just wants to feel the weight.
No, that
It's
is
different.
Like the thing about it, now that I think about it, I think they're trying to get us up out of here for real, for real.
Yeah.
Men and women, because y'all got the rose. Now they got the little,
Oh, yeah, I
the
saw
little
that shit. That
flower
was too
thing,
much.
a little
That was too
suction, a little
much.
guac
Too much.
3000.
Too
You see that shit?
I'm like, if I see one of you niggas buying this shit,
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
nigga,
You know why you don't want it? Because at the end of the day, that motherfucker doesn't have a warming button.
No,
it ain't gonna feel like that mouth. It ain't never gonna. It will never replace the mouth.
I need to hear that moan. I need to hear that moan.
Got to.
I gotta hear that.
When it come to porn, everything, I gotta hear a little moan. I gotta hear something.
Nigga trying to video who ain't got no sound. Nigga be like, God damn it, I gotta follow.
Wait a minute. I really am one of the
good ones don't have no sound.
I really am one of the niggas.
You are one of the niggas.
I have to hear it too.
Absolutely.
The sound is so important. And listen, I be feeling all embarrassed. Like, are the kids asleep? Because I have to turn it up.
You know what's funny?
I be like slow. Are they?
You know what's
That's
funny?
the only
hear
reason
it?
I got them studio
You wanna know what's
beats.
funny?
Gotta have it.
You know the funniest thing I ever seen while we talking about watching porn?
What's up?
So I was back in my car today. It was this old. It was like, you know, it was a few older people that worked there. You were like, why the fuck are you working here? It was this old nigga. He's probably like late 60s.
Damn.
Maybe he was bored.
Well, the thing, he was over in the corner. So, you know, some people don't realize you can see when they watching television.
This
when
nigga
they watching,
watching porn.
you know, he in the break room, not the break room, the cafeteria. And he's watching it. He over there in the corner just, and he don't realize I can see from the window.
Like this nigga watching. This nigga
watching the
At work?
BBW porn. Like,
Was he little?
To you.
At work?
Was he little?
Nah, he wasn't. No, he was over there in the corner just.
But was he
I'm
little?
like,
He the nigga stay in the bathroom.
he was like 5'4", 5'5". But the thing is,
like him.
like he was at
Them
that
little
moment.
niggas like
if you
big-
went over
big-
there and
big
be like,
women.
"Hey
I
man,
don't
you wanna
know
walk
why.
over?" He would have been like, "Hey, give me a couple moments." You get what I'm
We'll
saying?
take a look on that.
Like Mike on the wood. Like, that nigga was over there.
Yeah.
That nigga was over there in deep concentration. Like, if I could get to that bathroom, if I could get to that stall, like.
I mean,
I'm like this nigga over there. How you in the cafeteria full of people? You
Watching
like,
porn.
Let me pull some porn out and watch this shit.
that's bold as fuck.
And watch it in entirety.
I mean, because
He
like
ain't got
I'm gonna
no
be honest, like when I
no
watch porn, I don't
self-control.
want anyone to know. Like I don't mind talking to y'all about it, but
Right.
at the moment, I'm kind of like,
Yeah, you
this
wanna be
is
discreet with it,
so-
yeah.
I feel so disgusted.
It's one of the things everybody does,
but keep
nobody,
doing that, right?
Nobody wants to talk about. But no, you said we're gonna circle back because he said BBW. The reason I asked how was he little guy because
You know, that's a thing.
Well,
So
you said-
I don't think it's now. When you say little, do you mean slender? Because
Both.
Okay,
little
so
and little.
okay. Well, I don't like, and this sounds so horrible. I do not like short. Like you have to be taller than me.
Well, I mean,
So
feel
I don't like
that's most
little
women.
dudes. But I will say, as a bigger woman, there is something about a slender man. They always be having that thing.
Well,
Come on, my little broomstick.
Built like a cactus.
You know, and that's crazy too, because like I've never been with like a bigger dude. I think it's just like an opposite attract type thing.
You rarely see two big
People together. Yeah, like
If
'cause
they didn't start off big.
well,
If they
yeah,
together,
sometimes.
a lot of times
They get
it's
big
the happy
together.
weight. They got the happy weight.
They get
together.
big together.
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
and I know some people that done got big together.
like that's a different love. That's a different type of love. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
man, mine
food
did.
is
We-
their love
that's their
language.
love language. Because I know I gained.
We did during COVID.
I gained on average about 22 to
Oh, COVID,
25
I gained
pounds in
20,
the first
yeah.
6 months of a relationship.
COVID,
That's just
yeah.
gonna happen.
You ain't going out no more?
Wait.
You ain't kicking it with the fellas no more, really?
And all you doing is
Eating
smoking.
and fucking and smoking good weed.
Yeah,
Eating and fucking. Baby, you want some Bluebell too?
I sure do.
Fucking midnight. You eat
Oh,
butter
my
pecan.
Stomach bubbling and shit.
All my clothes get tight when I around my neck, around my first part of the relationship. All my clothes.
You got your dating clothes. You got your relationship clothes.
And you like, God damn, I ain't got nothing to wear.
You said nigga out of some day clothes.
Because
You
she
be
done
like,
took all your sweats.
That's the thing.
We
Right.
do.
The robbery is real.
oh my
We
God, what is
I'm
up?
gonna have to start buying fake shit. And you,
Even
you can
boxer
get that
briefs.
shit over there.
Like, baby, them ain't tights.
I
Them
can't
not
even keep
boxer
my-
I ain't wore that niggas draws.
Y'all ain't been
No,
together
that's the
long enough.
thing. My girl with my drawers. She like, I'm
First of all, I
like,
don't
you know,
think I
I
can fit his draws.
I told her, I was
Because
like,
his ass is
I can get you
massive.
some drawers. I was like, I can get you some drawers if you want, if you just like the feel. She like, no, I want the ones you wear.
They comfortable, boo.
I'm like, what the fuck? You love me.
I'm like, you
Not
love
my
me.
drawers. She can wear my t-shirts and
Yeah, I'm not wearing my man's
You
drawers.
wear my drawers.
It's
That's
not
love,
happening.
nigga.
Like,
No.
but the thing is, it's like,
That's love.
I'm like this. It's like shit. If we swap goddamn bodily fluids, goddamn it, I mean, we could wear the same drawers.
I mean, it's true. I'm not even saying that I don't appreciate his selection in underwear, but for me, I don't even think I could fit that nigga shit. To be honest, this is a lot of ass.
I don't even want to see what my girl look like in drawers.
I don't think that it's gonna happen.
You ain't even trying to walk around here like making that nigga think that this is
Okay,
gonna work.
like it's just not happening.
It's like Kevin
T-shirts,
Gates.
yes.
That's like Kevin Gates looking at the
Draws,
black
no.
pants he just had on. Did you see the video? Did y'all see that shit?
That
When
nigga
this-
probably had to have somebody tie his shoes.
Did you see that shit,
You
bro?
know he
The
couldn't
one
bend
that they
over to
put the
tie.
woman in front of him.
Nah, he had on some but they were like ultimately
They
skinny.
were tight while he was sagging. You know how tight some pants gotta be while you sagging?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bad.
like,
That
it was
means like they
bad,
literally
bro. It
about
was
4
real
inches.
I
bad.
ain't seen that video.
No,
I'm
I just
saying
seen. I just seen it. I'll show it to you.
That nigga walking up.
It looked real strange.
And he got his Jordan 1s tied up real tight too. I'm
Somebody
like,
had to tie them
I'm
up.
like, that nigga ain't tie his own shoes.
Somebody tied
He couldn't even bend over to tie his own shoes.
Somebody tied.
You know, I'm like, why you got the belt on, bro? I never understood why niggas sag with the
tight
belt.
pants.
With the belt. That
serves-
mean, nigga,
it serves
you,
no purpose.
You put this shit on and you put the belt around your thigh. Hey, bro,
Bro.
like, if we walking
When we sagged in the 90s, we showed a little bit of our boxers. That
A
was
little
the shit.
bit.
You was gonna
But
see this
nowadays,
tummy.
niggas is showing they
All the
whole
way
ass
ass.
in tight drawers.
You was gonna see this tummy.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got them tummy
Me,
boxes.
everything,
Them boxes,
bro.
No
Oh,
sense.
you finna
gonna
see these
see
$30 boxes.
You
Yeah.
gonna see this
You
shit.
finna see these.
Nigga
out.
sit there wiping his face all day like,
Putting the shirt up.
oh no, this, oh nothing.
Hell yeah. Take
You
me
know,
back to the
we
90s.
get money around here. You know, it was a simple wins back in the day to let them know you had a good month.
Speaking of the 90s, what's up with some of these R&B cycles?
Oh, bro, goddamn, great segue. Because goddamn, I've come to the conclusion,
9 o'clock.
man, like, real talk, R&B singers age like milk.
There, it's horrible.
It's
In a
bad,
refrigerator with no goddamn, in a house with no goddamn lights.
bad,
They
bro.
age, because you got to think, bro. And if you did choreography back in your day, you going to age faster. Like,
Your bones are weak.
it's nothing worse than seeing a nigga that used to be able to do a lot, not be able
It's
to
like
do
a
shit.
boxer fight past his prime.
It's like, bro, if you not a Kim or a goddamn, like, who was them station? Brian McKnight, you know, he aged gracefully.
Yeah,
you know
he
what
did.
I'm saying?
You know
Raw,
why? Because he just sang the
He
song.
just say he ain't do too much. Bobby Brown.
Nigga sat on that bar stool out there and sung the
And
song.
that's it.
'Cause
He
you
knew
realize
his
Bobby-
limits.
You realize Bobby Brown washed up because he just say fuck it halfway through the choreography. He do that
Do you
every
hear Bobby now?
Hey,
Shit ain't healthy.
lay out,
He's
Bobby.
tired.
Nah, that shit is not healthy, bro.
So that's why I'm like, bro, if I was to be trying to create a R&B singer now, it's like you got to realize it's like a mobile quarterback. It's like
You gotta take.
it's like Michael Vick didn't age as gracefully because it's like, damn, that nigga wasn't getting caught from behind 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like it looked bad when a high flyer can no longer get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if a nigga just was shooting like Dale Curry in the corner, that nigga could play the E40.
He just waiting for the kick out. He ain't got to
Carmelo-
create no shot. He just waiting out there.
Carmelo lasted a lot longer than D Wade. You get what I'm saying? Like, because
Speaking of that nigga,
because when
that's why
D-
we here.
Oh, here we go.
But now
No,
we're
no, we
gonna
gonna stay here.
We're gonna stay here.
But the thing about it is,
So I sip my yak.
I kind of feel bad though because it's like the nigga who he was like, bro, this shit was cool as fuck when I came out.
He was.
Y'all was
nigga.
fucking with
He
me
was.
when I had the goddamn finger wave sideburns.
Oh, I thought he was.
Then he pulled Soleil. Niggas was like, whoa, because Soleil was
you gotta think.
nigga.
So
Soleil
it's
was
like,
the shit.
now y'all looking, he doing the same shit that y'all was championing.
This
in
nigga had
96,
on the men's
97.
warehouse tux.
That nigga, and now y'all like, man, you know what? And I'm like, when did his head get so big? You know that's the first place you get up. When you get older, your head gets big.
Like Martin.
like the face just get fat when
Fat
black
as
men.
fuck.
We age, the face get fat.
Now, who
Even
this
if the
is?
body
You gotta go.
genuine.
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 You see the video when he did the Thriller?
It's like
Yeah.
I lost my shit.
Then he turned.
it's sad.
It was sad. I mean, like, I laughed hard,
Nigga said
and
it's
then
sad.
I was sad.
Cause you know 50% of his show is dancing. You get what I'm saying? Cause he was never a vocal.
And sex appeal.
Never
So-
vocal. He had one note.
It's like when you took away Vince Carter's knees.
Wait, I
He
mean,
went from an all-star to a role player.
he went from pony to My Little Pony.
Listen,
Nah, he just looked like the goddamn creepish ass old
Uncle
nigga.
at the picnic.
Like,
It was
then-
bad.
At the picnic.
It was all bad.
Ronnie Lee been drinking.
like Cisco. Like,
Right.
look at Cisco. Cisco ain't busting flips no more. And so I'm like,
I
damn.
don't even think he dying his shit no more.
It's like the only one that was able to
I don't
beat
even
this
think
shit
he
was Usher.
performing no more.
Yeah.
Usher the only one. But that lets you know he a whole different
he on a whole nother
Yeah.
level.
He
He
on
like
a
Chris
whole
Brown.
different
I think Chris Brown gonna always
No,
be
Chris
He
there.
Brown.
will.
See,
He
the
will.
thing about Chris Brown, he just has to stay active. Because if he ever, he
Stop.
like the hoop and skateboard or whatever.
If he ever stop.
If he
Some
ever
of them had
stop,
real
He's a man of
skill
many
sets.
talents.
like
Skills.
he gotta stay in the gym.
If he stop, he's
Like-
turning to David Ruffin.
Like,
They gonna be a full fledged.
because I feel like if he took that's why y'all was on tour. If he took 15 months out, them flips ain't gonna be as crisp.
They gonna be giving fuck around and fall. Cause that genuine thriller shit, I was like, okay, that's it.
Damn, it's like he gotta be on the road
But
too.
it's
It's,
funny.
not like he can't not perform.
It's funny you say it.
Like-
Cause I did the same thing. I laughed. I was like, God damn, did that after I was like, damn,
Damn.
man, that's kind of fucking.
But then
Yeah.
it also
hate to
makes
see my man like
it makes you think
sad.
about your own goddamn like. Hey, it's like
Your own mortality.
I
Like,
remember when this nigga was flipping off the stage and shit.
Nigga.
If he old, the fuck that make me?
it makes us seasoned, nigga.
he older than us though.
He very
older,
much
but we
older.
on the same rate. What I'm saying is, I'm right there with you, nigga.
Yeah,
Like
we on our way. we on deck. Get that nigga Claus say. What Ray say? We on deck.
when G.
That's why I think I try to stay at that gym because I be like,
Nah, hey,
But yeah,
hey, man, you know that like
that's fucked up.
it's kind of scary to me though.
He still got
Like
What,
to think
getting
about
old or
when you
what?
see the people that you grew up fucking with.
and they getting old.
Like when I see LeBron with gray in his beard, it's shit that fucked me up. Cause
Yeah.
I remember when the nigga was a young nigga blowing bubbles, bubble gum bubbles and shit on the corner, on the goddamn bench, dancing and shit. That young vibrant legs. Now that nigga, he
Nah, he got a grown ass kids.
That's true.
like that shit put shit in perspective when the people you grew up
I'm
fucking
getting
with.
old. Like,
It really
damn.
does.
It gets
Getting
real
older.
when people that you
Older.
grew up with start dying. Like,
Oh, I was
I've
just
been
about to
having,
say, yeah.
classmates and childhood friends that I grew up with dying.
Yeah.
And it get real. I be like, bro, I got to,
you
it
gotta-
either be
you better get-
diabetes or,
They gotta get
dealing
that
with some
in.
type of cancer. When you start seeing your friends' parents passing away.
I mean, we have the worst fucking
Man,
eating habits
it's just
in
bad.
the world.
I
as
just
a
went to
race.
the doctor. I just went to the doctor today, and I got a new PCP, and so I go in there like my appointments go completely different from my 20s to now. Like I ask everything.
Yeah,
I've been this bitch asking about the one. So I woke up Thursday with a little
Any
burn.
pain, I'm gonna write that shit down.
What that was?
I'm gonna write that shit down. My underarm was kind of
When you in
sore.
your
Is that
20s, you
something?
just try to get up in and out of this bitch. You like,
It ain't nothing.
cough, I'm
It'll
good.
go
Yeah.
away.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, so I sweat a lot. I'm
Yeah.
thinking to myself, so my blood pressure, how I'm looking. He was like, yeah, you good? Like,
Yeah, hell
shit,
yeah.
when I sit down on the toilet too long, you get what I'm saying? My hip be something.
Right.
My daddy tell me like, man, I hate going to the goddamn doctor. I be like, why? He say, cause now you get to a certain age, every time you go to the doctor, they want to go on your ass.
Yeah.
I said, what? Pops? He was like, yeah, you get ready. I'm like,
After
no.
40, you get your
They
ass
got you.
going.
Like that's
too.
why
Yeah.
I'm in the gym. Well, I
Got you.
had mine at 37.
He told me I ain't need mine to 40.
I had mine at 37.
Does it run in your family?
Well, I've had some people who had.
They said if you
know.
had people, then they just start a little early.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get it at 35.
All my
I
fellas
did
out
mine at
there,
like 37, 30.
go
It
get
was
your
before I
checkups.
turned 40.
go get your checkup.
Hell yeah.
Oh
I
yes,
just had
please.
my
I
annual.
was just about to say I commend you for even going to the doctor because a lot of men, especially like in
Black
our
men,
community,
Black men.
they're just afraid of the
I go
doctor.
for anything.
And I'm like,
got to,
no,
man.
go.
It's good to
I'm
catch it. If you got
wheezing.
anything, you
I
catch
got
it.
all the stuff. I got the, check my oxygen. You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
Everything.
My insurance getting used.
It's
like,
what,
I
you
mean,
paying
as much
that-
as we pay for
much
it.
as we pay for that
shit
shit.
warranty. No, nigga, that's
Right.
not warranty.
That ain't-
Like, you don't
yeah.
just bring it in when something wrong. When the
Motherfucker, I
check
go to the
engine
dentist
light
every
on,
6
nigga,
months.
like,
Yeah, you got it's just like getting
And I
your
will
oil
get a
changed.
second opinion. I go to the doctor, they be like, I don't think it's, and I still feel like
I already
that.
got another annual next week.
Right. Like, easy.
Like, 'cause back in the day, my grandma used to always have a doctor's appointment. Like, God damn, she stay at the doctor. Like shit, I'm starting to see that shit. It's like,
man.
It's like shit.
You have to go.
Your body
gotta
start
go,
breaking
man.
down. You got to eat better now, man. We got to like all the fried food and shit
But-
that we like to eat.
Before we get out of here, I feel like you have one other thing we wanted to touch on, and we kind of touched on this back early in the show about men being able to be soft, vulnerable, But I always wanted to know, like, is there a line? You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason I say it because some people they say is like toxic masculinity is a thing.
It
now.
is.
They also feel like, you have other people on the other side like, where are the real men? You get what I'm saying? It's like I got a homegirl that if a nigga do one dance move on social media, do anything like,
whoa, what was that?
Oh, what the fuck you doing? But I got a whole nother homegirl that loves when niggas like, so it's like,
okay, well, let me stop you. Did the woman that said if he does a certain dance move, does she have a man?
She got niggas.
But does she have a man? Is she in a relationship and wanting a relationship? She wants one though?
I think she does.
Okay, well, there you have it. Maybe you gotta not be so picky. Maybe you need to not be so, hard on men. If you want a man, you have to be able to receive one as they come. Like, I don't know, I do believe in toxic masculinity. I do, for sure. But like, as far as a man being too soft, where are we going? Like, I like a man that likes to get manicures and pedicures. Is that could be considered soft to some, to other men that could be too soft. I see it as somebody who just likes to take care of themselves. They like to be well groomed.
Because if a nigga putting his hands all up in your private areas.
Yes.
I think if a nigga like cry all the time, always in his feelings, I'll be like, come on, bro.
Right. Now, like, I don't mind. I absolutely want for when, like my boyfriend, for instance, when he's having a rough day or some fucked up shit happen in his family, I want him to be able to come and talk to me about it. Absolutely. I want him and I want him to be able to feel like he doesn't have to be so strong for me all the time. Right. I feel like black men y'all have it hard. And it's been taught and ingrained in black men in our culture for so long that, showing emotion is weakness. And so that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know where the line should be drawn because, one man's feelings might not be the next. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I really don't want you crying in my lap every fucking day. Okay, because
that's why I say that. No, that's why I ask
every day.
Because the thing is, I heard, I've heard most of the time it's like, oh, my man can come in there if you have a hard day, but like, nigga, every day, like,
not every day.
I'm gonna start feeling like, nigga, you can't run the ship.
You can't.
That's right. That's right.
Because a woman is more observant than they let on, even though they're very observant. Because the reason I say that is they're not gonna always voice what they're observing, but they're observing how you handle adversity or adverse situations overall. If they're the one always having to put out the fire.
That's right.
If they're the one that always has to come up with the plan. But also, one of the things that they want to see is, how do you handle your boundaries? Right. Boundaries are key because when you are coexisting with someone or you getting married, there's going to be a blend. There are going to be different people, like ancillary people, like family members and everything. It's like, so I need to see how you handle when shit go wrong, because if it go left and I see that, oh, you ain't put your foot down when it needs to be, because I don't need you walking around here swinging dick like you the biggest nigga in the world, but when it calls for it,
when it matters, right.
I need to see it. And I feel that because at the end of the day, a woman wants to know that if I ever needed you can hold it down.
Oh yeah.
Just how we look at like, I want a woman that can hold it down. A lot of times,
you want that security. They want that security.
A lot of times, men think we have what it takes to kind of run a household, but it's certain things that it's like becoming a homeowner. Mm-hmm. It's certain things that you never thought of about becoming a homeowner until you have to deal with.
You have to go through that process.
So you have to be able to learn on the fly as a man. And I'm not saying a woman does it, but I can only speak from the male's perspective. If you are not willing to learn and apply, you can't be stagnant. What I mean by it is you have to be adding something to your skill set or even just your decorum. Like, your emotional availability, your emotional intelligence has to be increasing with age.
You got to.
Especially if we're going to raise kids together.
Yeah.
Because I need to be able to coexist with you and also be able to have some middle ground with how we raise. Because most people don't believe in raising kids the same way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I
One
would
parent might
agree
say
with
whoop
that.
that ass, one parent might not say
So
don't
just
whoop
be
that ass.
open to like observing another way. Even if that's not how we go, just be open. Like that was one of the things I've had to work on. It's kind of just trusting someone else when it comes to like, okay, we're going to do it this way. And it's no offense to that person. It's just I've had to do it on my own. And it's nothing. It's the older sibling in me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm the
Same
oldest
thing
sibling
with
too.
me, bro. And I'm a Leo.
Oh.
And I'm so used to being I'm not a control freak, but I like to have control of certain situations. Like it's as small as the bedroom. Like when I was younger, I always had to be in control. Like I couldn't go there unless I was in control. So the older I got, I had to say, you know what, let this person take control and see if
Sometimes
I
it's
can
nice
see if
to
I
let
can get to
somebody
that
else.
climax. And then I'm like, well, damn. And you finna hit the nail on the head. Sometimes it feels good to be like, damn, finally I can sit back.
I can trust somebody.
And I can trust, like you said, Antoine, I can trust you, and I know that your intention is good, and I know you're going to do what you need to do, and I ain't got to worry about shit.
That brings me to say, one night, me and my nigga went to Dallas, and we went and we drank and smoked and did all that. And I was like, babe, I'll drive us home. It's about a 45-minute drive.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, damn, this shit feels great.
Just riding co-pilot while you're like, I'm going to give
Like,
it
do you know
we're
how it
both,
feels?
like, we're both feeling good, but he knows
He trusts
he
you.
trusts
I
me
got him.
to get us there. And he was like, this is the best fucking feeling
To sit in that
ever.
passenger seat.
simple things. It's the
What?
simple things.
To sit in that
Ever.
little
Like
shit.
y'all like looking at us drive. Sometimes we like looking at y'all
like looking
drive.
at
Hell
Like,
yeah.
oh, I love
Hey,
it.
and you know what? I grab your thigh just like you grab mine from the passenger seat.
And Will.
I grab that
And wait a
motherfucker
minute,
too.
we be over there
And
cheesing
be
and
biting
shit.
my lip looking like nigga with 15 minutes when we get to the house.
If I could, I'd give you some
We might
head
not even
right
make it.
now.
If I ain't think you would run this bitch off the bridge,
And we would.
exactly.
And we would.
I know mine would. She might take her goddamn.
Right on off that
might take her hands
motherfucker
off
into
the
the
steering wheel.
Trinity.
Damn it.
She said it to the Trinity.
They found us with your legs wrapped around my goddamn.
Now, the reason I say that is because, we see so many situations, where it's like we have combativeness of like, what's quote unquote gay or what's quote unquote not manly. And I think we're just in the age now where like what we are used to is not the norm.
It's not the norm
It's
anymore.
not the norm.
It's not.
At all. Like I had to find out like that the new age people like shave their pubic hair. And I was like,
Oh, wait, you
Buzz
don't,
like,
wait.
we got to shave, make it
Wait a
look
minute.
bigger.
You don't, wait a minute.
Make it look
Wait.
bigger.
Hers must.
So you don't shave your pubic
I
hair?
do not. Like
Full bush?
I've been trying.
Yeah.
And you want somebody to gawk that shit?
I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't,
I've been grooming
growing
myself
up
for a
where I
long
came
time.
Gotta
from.
groom, yeah.
You know, I go off what my father done. You know what I'm saying? So if my
You a
daddy,
country ass
my
nigga for
daddy
real,
wasn't doing no
Shreveport.
shaving so well.
Nigga
we
got
get,
a whole
like,
shag.
You know,
Man, I feel like it had,
shaving.
I feel like it had 2 inches when you say that.
certain women like that.
The
Certain
older
women
you get,
don't.
that shit start growing. The older you get.
And then you do gray hair start poking out.
You know,
and shit.
motherfucker
Like,
giving you
see
head.
me, nigga.
Motherfucker give you head, and they do like this.
You know,
Yeah, that's a problem.
like I believe
That ain't
in rough hands. Like I don't put
just
Vaseline
don't,
and baby oil all over my
nigga.
hands.
See, look, here's the thing. We
My
don't
nigga
want
said I
to
don't
floss
moisturize my head.
while we sucking the dick, okay?
You gonna
Like,
feel
we don't
this
need a
thing.
floss.
You gonna feel this work day on
Feel
you.
these rough ass hands, goddamn. My girl don't never ask me for no massage.
You know?
Shit. I give her that Russian face, that Russian bitch. But now, like, the reason I mean, but at the end of the day, it's a woman out there that, like, oh, you old school. You know somebody
Yeah,
that don't
you're
make
rough.
niggas like that.
Nigga, you ain't musty enough.
You don't make, they don't
What
make
the
niggas
fuck?
like they
So,
used
cause that's what I'm saying. What's feminine and what's not? Like me sitting there trimming my shit. Like
to.
I
Man,
don't
get up in
know.
there.
I grow
I
them.
don't
I
think
ain't gonna
that's
lie.
I don't think
Get up
that's
in there.
feminine.
Nah,
I think
that
that's
ain't feminine
just,
at
I
all,
think that's
bro.
just you being considerate
Listen.
about this good
You
head
just
that you're
taking
about
care
to
of your
receive.
body.
Older, you know.
Hey, listen, you better, goddamn it.
Hey,
Shit.
What?
I'm
Hey.
telling you.
That's like us going down on somebody and they ain't so fresh. You ain't going back down there again.
Right, like it's just I think it's like a courtesy
I'm
thing.
telling you, if you shave it, it's gonna look bigger, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's gonna be like, oh shit,
Wait a minute.
I'm telling you, the older you get, that hair be long. The mother, you gotta hit that bitch.
You hiding inches, bro. You gotta get all your inches, bro. I'm telling you.
Just you know what?
It's aerodynamic.
Say you hide your girth.
It's aerodynamic, bro.
A nice bald fade, if you will.
Yeah, start slow.
You don't have to.
A buzz cut.
Spider back there cracking up.
You know, like
Trust me. That skin down there is very tender.
Yeah.
So you gotta.
Have you ever nicked yourself?
You gotta practice.
You walk around.
Nigga, I had blood. You know, and it bleed fast.
Your balls is like a goddamn vein. Like,
them motherfuckers, you had to be precise.
You be thinking you got diabetes. Like,
Nigga. You know, tattoo artists used to say you can't drink before you get a tattoo. You bleed too much. You would nip your balls. That shit be you, nigga. You that bitch getting dizzy. Like,
I damn near called 911 one time because I got nervous. I couldn't stop the bleed.
They bleed like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like they bleed.
Well, you know, I wouldn't know.
Really. And nigga, we don't wear real left for fucking. One little nick, and nigga, you bleeding like goddamn. You got shot. Like you got shot.
It look like a crime scene around this bitch.
Straight up, bro.
That's why I learned a lot about the
talk.
anatomy. I'm like, oh shit, that's real down there, huh?
That's why it's so funny because that shit is for real.
So I gotta have full concentration.
You gotta be precise and
So
sober.
you using clippers? You're not even using scissors.
I have a scissors. Fuck no.
Hell no.
I got a pair of clippers that's just for my body.
Just for my body.
I have a pair of clippers.
So ask me before you.
And they not edges. Edges too sharp, nigga. You'll bleed forever.
I did try to get myself one. It was desperate times for different.
With edges?
I had something new coming over. You know, I was trying to make a first impression. But you know, I'm like, damn, you know,
had
I've been
Band-Aid
out the
on his
game
balls.
for a couple months. I need to, you know. And the ones I normally use, they let me down.
Use the sharp ass edges.
I use them gray boys.
No.
Jeez.
How about the ones you cut your hair with? Like
I was desperate.
But no, edgers, them motherfuckers is sharp.
yeah, they.
That's when I nicked myself.
And all it takes is just a.
That's when I nicked myself. I really
You gotta be precise.
Man, I'm like, bro, we can't have sex. I got a whole wound down there.
You got a Band-Aid on his ball.
got a Band-Aid on my ball. I got a whole goddamn
Baby,
ball.
how you hurt your balls?
Shit,
I
I
was
prepared for you.
Yeah, I did all this shit for you.
For you.
Shit.
I put my body on the line.
My balls bleeding
for
for
your
you,
pleasure.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of romantic. I hope she gave you some good after that.
She told me she'd give it a couple days.
Yeah. That's precious.
Yeah, I got one.
Hurry up. Hey, hurry up and heal.
Let it scab. I'm going to let it scab and then I'm going to come back.
Yeah,
Hurry up.
it ain't nothing wrong with grooming yourself, bro.
I'm telling you, just try it before the year over
Ain't
with.
nothing
And
wrong
I'm
with
telling you, it's
I didn't start
aerodynamic.
to my 30s.
Go for it.
And I'm 44 now. I started in my 30s, but that's when shit really get in your 20s. It don't grow like.
My old head put
older
me
you
on
get,
that.
You know
that
what?
shit.
Majority rules. I'm a kid.
My old head put me on that.
bro.
I'm telling you, bro, you got a shot. It's going to be aerodynamic, bro.
Yep.
Your stroke game, it's going to go to the roof because you get faster.
You know her sweat.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
I
like,
mean, you know,
And balls get musty. So extra hair, that's just putting shit on top of shit.
It really does.
It's like wearing
really
a sweater in 90-degree weather. Gang.
Wait a
Freedom
minute.
balls.
Okay, so I have a quick question, and I know we got to wrap it up soon, but quick question. So how do y'all prefer it on a woman? And this is going to say so much about y'all,
What you
so I'm
mean,
interested in.
hair?
Yes.
I don't want no fucking 70s porn, but at the same time, you know, like
a little peach fuzz, you know.
that little strip to where I can still see the lips, but there's a little
That
hair
landing strip.
Yeah, you know, little peach fuzz cool with me.
Yeah.
But I ain't, you know, if you didn't have to take the month off, you know what I'm saying?
If I
Because you
can
had a
plateau
heavy
shit.
period at one point, so you couldn't make it. You know, I'll navigate.
That shit can't be coming out the side of your jaw.
Like,
Oh, well,
you
of
know,
course
you just
not.
had an off month. That's why I said an off month. You get what I'm saying? Like, or maybe you just been out the game a couple months. So
Because
you like,
I've never understood men that are just like, I like it bald. I need it bald. I'm like, that's
no, I don't need it bald.
I don't
like,
need
but
it
you
bald.
because that's weird. Because it
is
has
weird
to
me.
be bald.
To me, it's kind of that. It rings
It's pubescent.
a little. Yeah.
She ain't want to say it.
No, I was about to go there. It rings a little.
statutory.
Yes.
It rings very statutory.
It's giving R.
I
Kelly.
want some cookies.
Yeah, it's just.
I want some
Do
cookies.
you mind if I give you?
Yeah.
But not like.
I'm
see,
with you on that one.
Me, I ain't on my Pimp C shit. Cause you know he want that hairy asshole. You feel me? Like I never understood that. I never understood to this day.
Love Pimp C to death.
R.I.P. bro. I never understood that dirty asshole.
I
Different, but he a country ass nigga.
UGK for life.
Because I'm country because I don't like it. It depends on the female. If I'm with a certain female and she got hairy, she hairy. If I got a female and she bald, she bald.
It is.
Either
It's
way,
country.
then she. I'm
High come, high come.
Right. It's country shit.
And most men are.
Like
Yes.
some men care
Most
about women
men,
feet
most
and
of us
stuff. I
ain't
be
gonna
like,
give a fuck.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not even looking at
Listen,
your
I
dog.
have
Shout out to
this.
318, man.
I will
have
say
some
this.
guys that are just like they will not
Like,
fuck
I
a
don't
woman
like
if her
what do
feet are
that
not
got
pretty.
to do with anything?
I don't
Oh, yeah.
have a foot fetish, but feet are one of the first
Oh, no,
things
if-
that I
if-
look
if a
at.
woman feet
Because if you
fucked
take
off-
care of your feet, you probably take
But
care
she
of
could have had a hard life coming up.
Nah,
No,
unless-
I'm not talking about.
little shoes.
I'm not talking about
thing is-
corns and bunions. I'm talking about taking care of your shit.
No, because the thing is, my mama had rough feet. But the thing about it is because, like shit, she had the budget. She couldn't go every goddamn.
Right,
So
exactly.
She had to give her own. You
I
know,
get
you
that.
see the little scrape thing, that scrape the dad's skin by a bathtub. You know, you might have to get it how you get it.
Yeah.
Thing with me is, it's more of like the cosmetic thing. It's not like, oh shit, I'm gonna call you out on it.
Yeah, nah.
But it's like, as a woman, most women, they won't allow themselves to go there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so now it's not that I'm going to judge you. It's more about, I'm going to be like, maybe that's not a priority to you. And if you allowing that to go, then I don't want to know what else.
that's what I'm saying. If you take care of your feet, you might take care
Look,
of
my thing is
your
this:
feet.
if a nigga wants you to have manicured feet,
You need to pay for them.
give him. Help her out. You ain't got to do it every
Oh.
time, but like you know
I'm
what I'm
not tripping on
saying.
that.
Like maybe
I
just
don't
be
mind.
like, maybe just be like, hey baby, I got you a little pedicure, and then she'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah, because I
And
would
then-
never bring it up like on some asshole
I mean, I had a
shit.
homeboy tell me, man, my God, I got a little overweight. Nigga, take it to this workout with
You
her.
go work out with
Work
her.
out with
Because
her.
I guarantee you,
The
before
fuck?
you complain to that woman, find out how you can help her solve that
Right.
problem.
That's right.
And did you help her get overweight, nigga?
Because if you are not willing to help her see past that problem or
Right.
get through that problem, it really is pointless to bring
you
it up.
ain't for her.
But my
well, yeah,
thing,
yeah, it's really
the thing
it's
that
pointless
trips
to
me
bring
out
it up.
is
Yeah.
like, but if it bothers you that she's like gained weight or whatever, like, I don't know. Does that mean like you don't really love that person? I mean, like, because
Yeah.
people are gonna change.
We a
We're
vain
never-
ass generation.
We are like, because we're
Very
never
vain.
gonna look the same. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
Yeah.
But the great thing is, there's always gonna be somebody out there that's gonna love your fat ass. So, because there's somebody out there that loves mine.
100%.
You ain't
Take
lying.
me
You know what I
as
mean?
am.
Right,
If you ain't
like-
with me with now.
Mine,
Straight
nigga,
up.
mine gonna rub my gut.
You know,
Yeah, like,
100%.
I mean, straight up.
But you know, before we got
Yeah.
before we got, you know what I noticed? Now you just said something about the gut. Maybe I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But as women get older, I noticed they could give less and less about a
Don't
I
man's
give a
physique.
shit.
don't care.
Like really, most women I know over 32 don't
Nigga.
even. If you have abs, it's a red flag.
Y'all
Like,
know how I
nigga,
cook, nigga.
do you work? How the fuck do you have time to maintain
Working
abs?
out,
Nigga?
You got too much free time.
You got too much free
got
time.
too much
You
free
maintaining
time.
abs,
And you ain't happy.
and you ain't naturally.
And you ain't happy, nigga. If you spend all your time in the gym, you single.
And you too much
unhappy.
obsessed with yourself.
Man,
Because you
listen.
like, nigga, you don't eat no carbs.
Listen.
We can't eat
My
the
girl to
bread.
tell me, nigga, you got a lot of this through your cooking, so you come in this bitch trying to eat salmon and Brussels sprouts every night. Fuck that. And don't get me wrong, we eat good, but
I saw
We
you
have
make
our
a
cheat
face
days.
like you still like you want to see what like.
No.
Okay.
No, I was just gonna. My man does have abs though, but I think it's just because and he does not work out.
See,
It's
that's
just him.
different.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
If
just
he
him.
don't work
He
out,
doesn't
it's
work
natural.
out.
Like
Yeah.
like the thing about it is most women just don't like a nigga. Like you could go and work out, give a 45 minutes, come
Right,
home. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the nigga that's 3 hours in there working out 2 a days, making his protein shakes.
I would never.
Work
If I was
twice a
single,
day, my
I would
nigga, like-
never
A lot
date
of times
anybody
that guy
from the
does
gym.
not get
ever.
a lot of like play unless that woman is in that same
Study in the
lifestyle.
mirror.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
I would never.
He's like the nigga who puts rims on every car he buys or has a whole lot of jewelry. Like he's trying to
He walk
trying to
around
make
with his
up-
shirt
he's
open.
trying to make up for something.
The button up is right here. It's
Nigga,
gonna
you
stop
got
right.
one button. Butt that shit up.
Looking like Tyrese.
Ain't pulled shit. He walked in by himself and walked out.
Got
by
the navel tattoo.
No, and I'm sorry. Niggas in the gym are annoying as fuck.
Son.
Because the times that I do go, which is not often, by the
Niggas be
way.
trying to holler at you.
All the
worst
time.
to holler at
It really
somebody
is.
in the
It really is.
fucking
It's
gym.
annoying. But the thing I hate is the ones that be over there lifting weights and about, why are you making all them noise, my nigga?
Extra shit.
Why are you doing
They ain't
that?
got no pussy.
Exactly.
They got all that aggression.
That's they nut. That's they nut right there.
I'm like, what is this?
That's they nut.
You're scaring
Most
me.
of us do that shit in the bedroom.
I added
They do
25
that shit
pounds
at
to
the
my
gym.
max.
Right. I'm like, this is not
I'm here to
normal.
pump you up. Nigga, I'm just coming here to get a little core and a little this, nigga.
I would never date a gym rat. I don't mind somebody that just wants to go for their health.
You know,
just
cardio,
stay toned
a
and get
little
cardio
good.
right.
hit the goddamn elliptical.
30, 45 minutes and I'm out.
Get a couple sets in.
And maybe only 3 times
We
a
are
week.
3
I
times
am
a
not.
week.
I am
We are
not
3
with
times
those
a week.
niggas
That's
that be
it.
there Monday through Sunday. I could not.
You know, you ain't trying to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and come with me to the gym.
And
That's
nigga, I
that's
ain't gonna
not
lie.
me.
We
No.
go to the gym and fuck around and eat a ribeye.
I mean, honestly though, the best time to go is early because you don't have to deal with people.
I do it in the
Like
morning.
I like
You
to
have
go
to
early.
be so
If
motivated.
Morning
like
is
I
the time
said,
I like
when
to.
I was going, I would go early in the morning
And it gives
because
me
I just didn't want to deal with people. I just don't want to deal with people.
Oh man! Before we get out of here, you know, I
This
just
shit was
wanted to
fun.
kind of go on the spiel because I appreciate the hell
You got to come back,
out I get.
Ken, you gotta
Both
come
of
back
y'all
too,
were
man.
dope as
Straight
hell.
up, straight up.
Both of
Y'all
y'all were
gotta
dope
come
as
back.
hell.
Thank you. I would love. Thank you for having me. I would love to come back.
Absolutely, man.
Before we go out, you know, I gotta kind of give my spiel. I gotta call out somebody in the rap game. I've never seen one man blow so many features, blow so many relationships with mid-tier product like DJ Khaled. I've never seen a guy who can get the who's who of all music and still blow it.
I'm sorry.
You ain't
You
lying.
lost me at DJ.
So you don't think
Khaled.
it's
No, the reason I say that
the
because
new album?
the album is a bunch of decent, it's a bunch of okay to decent songs outside of a few
His
standouts
last album was like that
with
too, though.
big artists on there. It's like artists give,
big artist.
yeah,
His
it's
last
like
album
artists,
was
it's like
like
big
that.
artists give him their throwaway.
Should be
Right.
overhyped.
It's like, hey, I got a verse.
Now
for
the
you.
guy did song was hard.
Oh, Jay
But
went
that's the
crazy. on that.
standout.
Wayne did too.
No,
Wayne
but the
went
thing
crazy.
is, you're talking about a one song.
Right.
Really, that's like a standout moment.
Right,
Because the rest of it's kind of like, I don't know
Mediocre.
if this is a 6th song or the 9th song
Right.
because it's like he hasn't, even when you have these big artists, he doesn't challenge them with like,
Nope.
get outside of your pocket with this and let them see you in a different vein.
He just let them do their thing.
They do they completely different, this completely same
And
thing.
he don't like, even Pete, like Diddy albums, he'll still be on the song. He
Yeah.
might, set it up. Even Birdman,
Yeah.
he don't rap, but he'll do something.
But dog,
Yeah.
Biggie would have never done Juicy if it wasn't for Puffy.
Yeah.
I
Biggie
agree.
was on hard
yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
Right.
most definitely.
He was so like you say, Khaled ain't pushing he not trying to push them like
Right,
that.
he
Fuck
not
that. We don't
trying-
want
He's not
to.
really
Okay,
cool.
We
but
don't
this,
want to hear this
but
shit.
this motherfucker also doesn't eat pussy, so you can't expect him to push a lot.
Khaled don't even.
No.
No, he said he won't do
admitted
it. But no, but like the reason I
Thick as
said
that
is
motherfucker beard is.
the reason I say that is because I think of like the Jay-Z verse. It was a standout verse.
Yeah, that nigga went.
But it
crazy.
was like you had the leap board to kind of like have some moments after this. The second song on the damn album. Right?
he's the
know what
one
I'm
you
saying?
let do what he do. Like you, okay,
You don't
know what
like
you can let.
back that shit up with a goddamn throwaway little baby and goddamn like Young Thug track that they don't even want to
Right,
give a fuck
right,
about.
right,
Like
right.
it was just, and then the sequencing has always been horrible in his albums.
His last one was like.
What said always?
It
Like
really
what
is.
DJ Khaled reminds me of is the dude that's in high school everybody fucked with, whether it be because he had a cool ass older brother, a fine ass older sister, or he was just the funny dude that was a little abnormal,
Yeah.
but everybody fucked with.
Right.
And so he get beside himself and be like, you know what, my parents out of town. You know what I'm saying? I got the house. Y'all come and kick
For the
it.
throw a party, goddamn.
But he don't believe people gonna show up because he don't know if he really the cool kid chick.
Right.
But they show up.
I see where you're going.
But he ain't got no refreshments. He ain't got no liquor.
No game,
no
That's
music.
how
playing.
DJ Khaled
Because
released
he
his
didn't
every time.
realize you was gonna show up. You get what I'm saying? And so he blow that first one, but you know what, man? Maybe he wasn't prepared. So I'm
Right.
He tell me I'm gonna come again. I'm gonna come one more time. And
And he come, the second party, the nigga show up, and then here goes Jay-Z. He the star quarterback that's committed to a big university that don't really go to no party. Right. So when he show up to your shit, oh shit, look who here. Right. He bring 3 college girls. Yeah. This is verse. Like, oh shit.
You stupid.
Grown ass women.
That's
so
real.
Like, but they leave early because they got another stop.
Right.
So when they leave, the party goes back to, did y'all see what he brought in here? So it's a bunch of people with no direction in a spot that was curated by somebody who didn't know how to curate.
Yeah.
But you still fuck with them, but being able to throw a live kickback is an art.
Yeah. Being
able to produce a lot of egos and a lot of talent is an art.
Yeah.
This nigga is not that.
Nah, he's really kind of annoying to me.
So that's why I don't understand why they keep allowing
we the best
him.
on every song. Every single song. We the best.
He has this 2-3 month long rollout of God did.
Like his last
the
album.
vocals are in or
what
whatever.
Was like a year ago, 2 years ago, that last album?
The vocals in.
Yeah.
Drake's vocals are in. And
He had
Drake
a couple
gave you
jams
8
on
mid.
that album.
I mean, he did, but it's like
He gonna have
a
a
star-studded roster like that.
Because think of it, how can you not have a couple jams with the lineup?
Yeah, you gotta have.
You gonna have a couple oh shit, this do sound like you can't put some of them niggas on there and don't get.
Well, because also they're just not gonna put out trash.
Right.
Like not with their name on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z wasn't gonna give him no bullshit, and he wasn't gonna get on no bullshit. So he was like, I gotta give you something eloquent. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Some real production here. And so
Ross sounded like Ross.
He's the nigga, he's a nigga that get the corner bucket because everybody holding LeBron in the goddamn lane, but you can't hit the open shot. You go 0 for 9.
You missed that bitch.
You get what I'm saying?
I keep feeding you. I'm getting double the whole game, and I'm feeding you, and you 0 for fucking 6.
I'll keep feeding you, nigga.
Wide open looks.
You getting wide open looks, bro, but you're hitting the side of the backboard. You get what I'm saying? So, I just want to call him out because, though, we got to do better, bro. Like, don't waste our time with this eloquent rollout if you're going to give us this sub. Because, I think I said before, a lot of artists don't give a damn about albums anymore.
Nah. But it's like, think about the 90s. Like, it was, and I'll be hating to sound like the old nigga, but I'm just going to keep it a buck. Back then, motherfucking artists was pushing each other like you had to come. It was competition.
Because you had to.
Motherfuckers was competing like it was a gladiator ring.
You could be the 18th Detroit artist and make $10 million just off of deals, off of the album. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's like I don't have to give you a great product to get rich. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just one of the things I had to go on my little soapbox about.
You got on your rant, man. It's cool.
My rant. I felt like somebody needed to say it. Goddamn it. So I want to say thank you all again to our guests, man.
Yeah, man.
To our 2 partners out there, Flimarachi and Marcus, man. Hold y'all head.
Hit me back if you hear this.
APB. But man. So you again, like we said, we're gonna be consistently coming your way. We got merch just getting ready to drop by the end of the quarter.
Hey.
Y'all be with us, keep rocking with us, keep supporting the mission, man. You can find us on our YouTube, Unspoken Conversation. On our IG page, Unspoken Conversation. Yep. Unspoken without the E. You know what I'm saying? Gotta let them know that.
And Conversation with a K.
And so then, just if you got anything you want to hear on the show, or just any rants you want to go on, hit us in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Just don't hit me before 10. Because I might get back at your ass. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Be cognizant, nigga. But nah, man, y'all keep listening, keep achieving, keep vibing, man. This your boy Antoine the Source.
DJ D-Boy, the charming asshole.
It's Unspoken. We out of here.
Peace and love.